Grifting ain't easy, but somebody has to do it. Welcome to HurricaneCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage of the 199, and I am currently in the state of Florida right now as Hurricane, what are they calling this thing? Helene, making landfall right there in the Big Bend of Florida. And let me tell you right now, I am very lucky. Essentially, where you see on my screen, where you see the Fox Storm team, that's basically where I'm located. So I'm barely getting some of the outer bands of this storm. I am lucky as hell, because if I were in Perry or if I were in Tallahassee, I would be gone. I would be out of there. I would have evacuated. I've been through way too many of these hurricanes in Florida, and there is no way I would have stayed. The people in Perry right now, I feel terrible for them, for what's about to happen to that area. It's about to get absolutely demolished. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you've got like Gainesville's going to get some of the outer bands for sure, and it's on the stronger side of the storm. But I'm not going to get much. I guess there's a slight chance I could lose power or internet here. I don't think that's going to happen at all. But I've got a lot of different feeds up right now, so let's just bounce around the internet and see what's going on. First, let me get a couple of these. Luis C says, another stream. What a grifter. Hail DJ Cobra. Sir Archibald says, good evening, Jeps. Coalisa, sure, I'll indulge Gay Remy for this strange stream. Still not forgiving him for Geeks and Nerds for Harris. Lord Botha says, some say there was a time when Jeremy didn't grift off of every major event live, but personally, I don't believe them. Hail you fig. Flag Ninja says, stay safe, fig. Firefox says, the goated snack is vanilla Coke and peanuts. There you go. We have such a great audience here tonight. But yes, so right now we are currently looking at the hurricane. And I got to tell you, man, as somebody who's been through a lot of these hurricanes, this is a scary storm right here, man. This thing is scary as hell. I am lucky as hell that it did not hit us, because, man, it was close. I mean, you look at the center of circulation right there, and I've already seen some video out there, and it's ugly. It's ugly. And right now, I think it's gonna make official landfall, which is when the eye of the storm makes landfall. I think that's supposed to happen within the next hour. There's only one piece of good news. Benny Johnson's in Tampa. I hope he's safe. I texted Benny earlier. He's good. But there's only one good piece of news that comes through this, is the storm is traveling at like 25 miles an hour, which is extremely fast for a hurricane. So I remember there was a hurricane that hit here several years ago, and it was traveling at like 2 or 3 miles an hour, and it just sat on top of us for like ever, and just poured rain, damaging winds, tornadoes all over the place, and it was terrifying. It was only like a Cat 1, if I'm not mistaken, but it was awful how long the storm just set over us. This is a massive storm. Like, this is absolutely crazy. So I'm going to switch over here and hear what some of these meteorologists are talking about really quick.
Right now, these are current wind gusts at 61 miles an hour. Again, sustained winds already have met tropical storm force. So again, that's the reason why we are in that tropical storm warning. We'll be right back.
And of course, they're going to go take a fucking break as soon as I go over here. So let's go over to this channel right here. Here we go.
Dumped all the rain just north of here, up around Live Oak, north and northeast of here. But this one's going to be roaring fast, and that's why the strongest winds will be able to go farther inland, because it's not going to be slow and methodical, where the trees and the land, the friction and the loss of the heat source from the ocean are.
So they don't have they need to make that guy's screen full screen is what they need to do. But if you're curious about me, I am right on the outside of the storm. Like, it is about as close as you could be without being in the storm. If Elite Neo is here, he'll tell you. I mean, it's close, but I can't believe how close it is to Pensacola. Here, let me just go back to this one right here. So like I said earlier, where that Fox 35 Storm Team logo is, that's basically where I'm at. That's basically where I'm at. That's how close I am, but I'm barely, like, if you go outside right now, there's some, I don't know, 10 or 15 mile an hour winds out there for me. And that's all I'm dealing with, a tad bit of rain. But the fact that this entire storm covers essentially the whole state of Florida is absolutely stupid. It's absolutely stupid. I've only been, I actually stayed for what was, and people can look this up because I don't remember. What was Hurricane Opal during landfall? This was like back in the 90s or 2000s. Hurricane Opal in Panama City, around that area. We rode that hurricane out. We did not evacuate for that one. And the only reason we were able to stay there is because there was a bank that some of my coworkers and friends had a connection to. It was like we were in the vault. You know what I mean? But so was it a Cat 4? Opal was a Cat 4. It was either a 3 or a 4. And yeah, Perry is getting slammed, says Cashflow. Perry is about to be leveled. Absolutely leveled. And I hope people have gotten the hell out of there, dude. There ain't no need to try to be a hero in that situation. I know a lot of people don't really take this stuff seriously, because a lot of times I would say more times than not, the storms end up turning, or they're like right now, Pensacola, for instance. We are literally on the edge of this thing. If this storm would have taken a slight turn, it could have headed right for Pensacola. The difference in my area and probably my house and everything not getting destroyed is downright terrifying. That's how close it came. Like, it could have come right here to Pensacola. I would not be live right now. I would be out of town somewhere, and I could have potentially come back to a no house. That's how dangerous this shit is. So I don't know what's about to happen in Perry, but it's about to be bad. It's already bad, as a matter of fact. It's already bad in Perry. Scary, scary stuff indeed. Let's go over here to this channel.
Bags well into the night. Down there, by there. So people are really taking it seriously and staying inside, which is exactly what everyone should be doing, because we still have those tornado watches that we have to be concerned about, because tornadoes can pop up at any time. So we're still on the lookout for that. And one more thing before I send it back to you, I just want to say thank you to the woman who lives a couple of doors down, who just came out to us a minute ago to check on us and offered up.
If you see Jim Cantori run, good old Jim Cantori. Yeah, Cantori's in Tallahassee, I think. Cantori's in Tallahassee, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to see if there's somebody that's got like an actual live look going on right now. Like, here's one right here. Let's see what these guys are saying really quick. Oh no, that's not even live. That's not even live. This Fox Now channel goes to a commercial break when they got like 40,000 people watching their stream. Like, this is one of the main streams dying. Like, you got like all these people watching your stream, and you're going to a fucking commercial break. Streamers don't go to commercials. This is why Ryan Hall is dominating all of you mofos.
There in the brunt of this, you just saw him there.
But hey, we're going to compete with Ryan Hall tonight, okay? We're going to compete with Ryan Hall in Super Chats tonight, okay? There ain't no way. There ain't no way. That dude had like 200,000 people watching his stream earlier. I can't compete with that one. Timbo Slice for 20 says, hey, Jeremy, been watching the replays of these CobraCast, and there's another Timbo Slice that's been sending Super Chats. And when you called that name, I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, love the content. Hail the 199 and MAGA 2024. Hey, all good, Timbo Slice. Because you're like, I don't know if they sent Super Chats, but your $20, that's the most important $20 right there. So thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Let's hear what they're saying right now.
Officials have been warning everyone who lives here in like a mobile home or an unsafe house to go to a shelter to be safe.
Tonight, as Hurricane Helene unleashes its fury on Florida and Georgia, shelters in Valdosta are packed as people escape the storm.
We're bracing for the worst. We just don't know what's going to happen. Everybody's a little nervous, of course.
With Helene on the move, officials opened 3 shelters in Lowndes County. This is the 3rd tropical system to move through this area in a little over a year. The Red Cross says weary residents aren't taking any chances.
We're glad they're coming in so that they can feel safe. And
so if you've never been through a hurricane, the two, from my experience anyway, and obviously I'm not an expert, I'm an idiot from Alabama who now lives in Florida. But from my experience, who I've lived through a lot of hurricanes and been through a lot of them, seen how the areas are impacted, the two most important things, or the two most dangerous things, are storm surge and tornadoes. And I am terrified of tornadoes because I've been through so many tornadoes that they scare the living shit out of me. And storm surge is basically the elevation of the sea. And that's how you get flooding. And we've already seen a lot of that in Tampa, Florida right now, where we've seen cars literally underwater. But those are the two worst things from my experience: storm surge and then the tornadoes. And it's truly terrifying. Melissa says, D-Day Cobra, I'm right there with you. Here in Duval, it's like, OMG, we're getting the outer bands hundreds of miles from total destruction. It's really scary. It's really scary to think about the power of Mother Nature and how crazy it is that this storm is essentially barely missing my area, because, wow, it's going to devastate people's lives, man.
Helene there. We're about to bring in representatives with the National Hurricane Center. They're standing by as well. So take a look at that. That's our X-Red weather system. We'll be tracking this throughout the course of the next few days here. But in the meantime, let's leave that up. We want to get an update from the National Hurricane Center. They are staying up all
there
night.
There can only be one. 2 slice enter,
well here.
1 slice leaves.
Right now, our friend, we've relied on him so much.
For 20.
Not just throughout this storm, but other storms as well. That's, of course, the National Hurricane Center Deputy Director, Jamie Rohn. He joins me. Jamie, thanks for being with us here as we continue to follow Helene. I want to ask you what your gut is telling you right now, but I know you got the data to back it up. Where are we in this storm? When is it going to make landfall?
We're probably another hour or so away for landfall. Your landfall is defined by when the center of circulation crosses the shore. Now, what is happening is the eye wall itself is moving ashore, and that's why we issued the excessive wind warning, which is sort of a shelter-in-place warning.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong here and help to clarify. When the eye wall is moving on shore, why is that not landfall? What's the difference? It's still the storm.
Yeah, so we've got 2 different products, 2 different definitions, if you will. When the eye wall moves ashore, that's when we issue the excessive wind warning. And so that's, you can almost think of it like a tornado warning. It's time to shelter in place. It's no longer safe to be outside of your home, no longer safe to flee. But the landfall itself is defined when the center, the center of circulation literally crosses the shore.
You know, Director Rohn, I wanted to ask too, what about the impacts of both wind and rain? When you're tracking Helene, what is the bigger threat here? Are they equal in their threat nature?
We've got 3 big threats, and normally you can kind of, zero in on one big threat.
It's not that bad in my like. We're on the outer band, so I'm not even getting anything like that bad. It would be essentially an average windy day. It's a little worse than normal. So again, if you look right behind this dude, you see Mobile. Okay, I'm slightly to the east of Mobile. That's where I'm at. I'm not even going to get anything. And again, I'm lucky as hell. I am lucky as hell. Dude, I remember when there used to be a guy named Max Mayfield who was the director of the National Hurricane Center. And whenever he had this grandpa vibe to him, man, where like every time he talked, he's just like, he made you feel safe. He made you like, hey, it's going to be okay. Max Mayfield has our back. He's like the old grandpa that just makes you feel good. And I guess he retired several years ago. He was an older guy, but I remember that guy always talking about, let me look him up. I'm looking Max Mayfield up right now. Let's see if we can look Max Mayfield up. And let's see. I don't know what the guy's doing. I don't even know if he's still alive. 4 years ago, Max Mayfield retires, says a tearful goodbye. Let's see here. Let's hear Max Mayfield. This guy right here, man. This guy, it was all good right here.
Forecasting hurricanes and helping people get prepared.
From 2000 to 2007,
this guy.
Max served as director of the National Hurricane Center, taking the helm during some of the most active storm seasons on record. His leadership earned praise from then.
That's the amount of coordination that goes on in the hurricane program.
Bro, that guy, when he would come on TV and talk about hurricanes, you're like, everything's going to be okay. Max Mayfield is here. Everything's going to be Jeremy in 20 years. 20? 20? Really? Get the fuck out of here. Not a DEI hire. Not a DEI hire. All right, let's go back here. I do want to hear some of these updates right now, okay?
Because it's lost its source of fuel, the warm ocean. Unfortunately, and this is where we have to be really careful. Unfortunately, the danger of the storm will not dissipate. You can see the flash floods that are already starting to happen. These little green areas are indicating where flooding is already occurring, and the storm is way down here. It hasn't even moved over these areas yet. So I just really think we're going to have a historic flash flood event, and I'm hoping people in the path.
I mean, and I love how we have a Timbo Slice versus Timbo Slice in the comments going at it with $20 super chats. I'm okay with super chat fights in my comment section, by the way. If you look at some of these, and I don't know if this was it or not, let me go out of full screen and let me go to the comment section on some of these were fantastic. Like, look, now you got people dropping trans flags in the comments. Earlier, there were people dropping Trump 2024s. The comments section is a shit show on these live streams. Okay, it's an absolute shit show. You got people saying fake weather, fake generator, fake necklace, Trump 2024, fake rain. All rise the flag, fake hair, fake rain, fake gold, fake interview. Like this, all the comment section's a shit show, dude. Hang on. Can I do pop out chat? Let's see. Pop out chat. And then I've got to share my screen. Let me go full screen. And then can I share this one? It won't let me share it. Are you kidding me? Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to have to share my screen again. So hopefully my computer doesn't freeze, but it really did jack up. I'm going to do my be right back just in case it freezes. So let's see what happens here, because if I have to do be right back, I'm going to go off cam for a minute. Let's see what happens. Share screen, live updates. Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay, we're good. We're good. Woof. That was a close one. But yeah, look at this comment section. It's an absolute disaster. Okay. So if you're tuning in right now, my name is Jeremy. I am a world famous meteorologist. I dropped out of high school and I basically went online and trained under the tutelage of Google. And now I am pretty much one of the leading authorities in all meteorologists. And I will help you and I will help guide you to wherever it is. That's a lie. I am literally retarded and I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of wanted to go live to kind of grift some super chats in the event of a terrible thing so I could get some algorithm love. That's essentially what I'm doing. But in all seriousness, I live in the state of Florida. I've been through a lot of hurricanes, and this is a very, very scary, scary system right here. This is a terrifying system, and the people in Perry right now, if there's anybody that is still there, you are fucked. And I say that with like all due respect. You are fucked. I don't know exactly the level of elevation in Perry. I don't know if it's a little bit lower level there or not. Hurricane, we said it earlier, and Hurricane Michael several years ago hit Panama City, Florida, where I lived for a long time. And Hurricane Michael was a Category 5 at landfall, and it destroyed Panama City, Florida. Now, if you're not familiar with Panama City, Florida is a famous spring break and summer destination. It's been back in the day, it was featured on MTV. You've got Club La Vila, you've had Spinnaker, these big nightclubs. Panama City is a very, very hot spot vacation, and Hurricane Michael destroyed it. Absolutely destroyed it. It was bad. It was very, very bad. And so at least Panama City's not getting wrecked again. I'm not even familiar with Perry. In fact, Tallahassee's the capital of Florida. I fucking hate Tallahassee, Florida. I can't stand Tallahassee. I stay as far away from Tallahassee as possible. So the only time I'm ever in that area is when I'm on Interstate 10 going to Orlando. Now, I'm supposed to go to Orlando this weekend. Based on storm surge, I don't know if I'm going to be able to even go through I-10. I have no idea if this is going to destroy I-10 or not. I have no idea. Let's listen in live right here. No, never mind. That's not the one I wanted to go to. It is this one right here. Here we go. Share screen. Here we go.
Those roads at this time. We'll continue to monitor for any updates from officials as we get them. Back to you, Mark.
All right, Brianna Ardondo out there on Bayshore. Brianna, thanks very much. We also have some new video from Oldsmar where there is a little bit of wind damage. It's near Tampa Road, just west of Forest Lakes Road. There's actually a billboard, if we have it here. It's flapping in the wind through the power lines. Firefighters told our crews there's not much that they.
It is a Category 4 right now at the latest advisory. It's a Category 4.
And we are starting to see more and more images like this, where we're seeing some roofs come off. Because, I mean, you think about it, we've had sustained winds now for well over 8, 9, 10 hours. And these sort of things are going to happen. But again, this is in Oldsmar, and you can see there the billboard just kind of ripped off there. And there are still people out on the roads. So.
Yeah, and the story at the end of the day from this storm, at least here in the Tampa Bay area, is not going to be that because there's been very little wind damage. That's just kind of one of the few pictures that we have for us tonight. But it's going to be water, and it's going to be a lot of it tomorrow, sadly.
Yeah, that storm surge is certainly the story tonight. It is proving to be historic for our area. And our coverage continues. We are going to take a short break right now.
Indeed. We'll be right back.
Holy shit, look at this. Look at this. I got it.
Always, we are
mute you. We got storm damage. A house. Let's see if I can find it. Let's go to this one right here.
Came off. But I will say, in a second,
look at that.
One person who lives in this home. Listen to what he had to say.
So we were having dinner tonight.
Their audio is really low.
And as soon as we got done with dinner, all of a sudden you just hear this loud rumble for about 10, 15 seconds. And then you just looked out front and you see the roof just coming off. And for the past 45 minutes or so, it's just progressively gotten worse.
Yeah, what a shock. I mean, they said...
I see everybody's doing the fake roof, fake beard. God, I love the internet, dude. I love the freaking internet. I really do.
Helene swinging through Orlando and then up back towards the villages, down towards the Panhandle. So that's ultimately what we're going to be seeing. Again, these are the very outer rain bands of Helene. So with that, it's just going to follow the main circulation of the storm. And even as we back up just a little bit, you can really see that we're going to continue to see those rain bands really start to push out. With this, we're seeing those rain bands slowly starting to make their way up into Polk County, as well as parts of Osceola County, and then just following that main line of the storm right there. We're going to continue to follow that very closely because, again, this is where we could see the possibility of a quick spin up start to really push in, especially as we follow that momentum of those main bands. So really just, again, focusing in on our region right here. We're seeing all of these bands just continuing to follow the circulation of the storm right here. Again, this is from our Melbourne radar, so we're a little bit further away, not necessarily getting the best view of the eye itself. We can see that the eye...
I want to show you guys this. This happened a little bit earlier. I showed it, but this is a little bit clear image right here. So this guy comes up behind Jim Cantore rocking a Trump flag. Yes. Florida people are the best. Florida people are the best. So, yeah. All right. So that was awesome. Good stuff. The Florida man is the best, okay? You can't compete with the Florida man. It's just not going to happen. Florida man for the win, and it's not even close. Let me get to some of these super chats. You guys are insane. F in the chat for fake eyebrows and fake Crocs, says Shadow Saiyan. What's up, Shadow Saiyan? I love you, peeps. VH Capture says, go outside. Oh, yeah, I got that one earlier. Go outside and wave the banner while playing some Jimi Hendrix. Don't be a pussy. I live in Kansas. We get tornadoes all the time. Get out there and clip it. Clip it, pussy. Immortalize it, bud. Like I said, I don't have a lot. You guys are seeing all of this, and I know I'm in Florida. I'm literally like almost in Alabama. So I am very lucky right now that I am not getting any real storm right now. Just a little bit of wind, and that's it. So if it shifts a little bit, it could hit me, but it's starting to even move away from me, even like some of those minor outer bands. Nandy says, for those in Florida and other neighboring states, prayers. Thank you, Nandy. That is very nice. Appreciate you, brother. Timbo Slice says, so glad you're safe, Jeremy. This storm reminds me of Hurricane Sandy here in New Jersey. I barely got hit with anything because I live near Philly and made landfall near New York. The shore is still recovering 10 years later. Yeah, and again, that's my whole thing is I'm not familiar with Perry, Florida, but it's about to be leveled. It's about to be leveled. Dawn says schools are all across Tennessee are closing. I guess fear of flooding. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this, and I haven't heard the latest updates on if the storm is actually going to continue to travel very fast. A slow-moving storm generates a lot more flooding because it stays over the certain areas for a longer time. This storm is moving very fast, but it's going to produce a lot of rain. So there's Timbo Slices. There can only be one, 2 slice enter, 1 slice leaves. David Penny says, nobody talks about Hurricane Ivan. Ivan was a brutal one too. Yeah. I've heard people talk about Hurricane Ivan though. Pixel Shark says, stay safe, bud. Here's some G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra money. Thank you. I did buy the game. I played the first couple of levels. As a Joe fan, I'm having a lot of fun. If you're not a G.I. Joe fan, I'm not sure you're going to get a lot out of this game. It's a very basic beat 'em up side scroller. But I mean, I'm loving it because it's a G.I. Joe game. You know what I mean? So from that perspective, yeah, you know. Zero the Hero says, Slow Storm was Francis in 2004, same year as Charlie, Ivan, and Gene. Rough year for Florida. Absolutely. Well, that wasn't the one that was, this was like less than 5 years ago for me. The slow storm that hit us in Pensacola. I'm not sure if it was a hurricane. It could have been a tropical storm, but it just sat over us for a long time, just dumping rain and tornado warnings like crazy. Because so you have tornado watches and tornado warnings. Tornado watch is when there's favorable conditions for a tornado. Tornado warning means that a tornado has been confirmed or spotted. So that means if you're getting a tornado warning in your area, that means you need to get the fuck into safety right then and there, because a tornado warning means it's confirmed. A watch means that conditions are favorable for a tornado, and you're going to have a lot of tornado watches all across Florida, Georgia, and beyond. Yave, the PB man for $9.99 says, your grifting has no shame. Monetizing how the hurricane takes your house with you in it. Respect. Be safe, bro. You are still gay. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. There's probably like legitimate people tuning in. And they're like, oh, this guy's covering the hurricane. Let me see what's going on. And then we're just like memeing and shit. Yave, so the PB man again says, Jeremy is the kind of retard that would go street cleaning after the hurricane wearing his mini Crocs. Beyond help. Love you, straight love, but there is no hope for you. Thank you. Fake viewers. VHS Capture says, shout out to the film Twisters. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So good. So I love the first Twister film with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. I have not seen the new one, but I've heard very good things about it. So I plan on checking that one out in the very near future. I love the first movie so much. Micah D2, as a Polk County guy, it's not as bad as they say. It's fun to rate how hot the weather girls are. I am a Florida man. Dunna. Anyway, real Floridians know it's not a big deal. It never is. Well, it's not a big deal in Polk County. You're getting some of the outer bands, but it's a big deal for people in Perry. I'll tell you that right now. It's a damn big deal for them, for sure. I want to close that one out. I'm going to close that one out, and we're going to see where we're at. I want to see if there's any updates right now that we can cover. This Fox Now channel is pissing me off, man. They just keep taking breaks. You guys are not real streamers. Streamers don't take breaks, okay? Like, that is so pathetic. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. All right. This channel is, at least they've got a radar up. So you see, yes, it is a Category 4. This thing is a Category 4. Holy crap. And, gosh. So Perry's on the right side. That's the worst side to be on.
This is from some of the nation's top meteorologists. This is Tracking the Tropics, powered by Bose Electric.
Hurricane Helene making landfall at this hour, awaiting the NHC's declaration of a landfall event in Florida's Big Bend. We are live on Tracking the Tropics on all platforms, including WFLA News Channel 8. To our broadcast audience, welcome into the Stream Center here with meteorologist Eric Stone, chief meteorologist Jeff Berardelli, live on WFLA News Channel 8. Of course, with technical difficulties, we have partially lost power here at WFLA in downtown Tampa. The Stream Center remains on the air. Jeff, let's take us through the very latest here. Has come in. Tampa Bay seeing significant impacts, tens of thousands without power. What are we seeing out there?
Yeah,
Dude,
JB, I mean, we're surrounded by water here at the station. I just went outside and we have 2 or 3 feet of water outside of our station. We're seeing record levels of water all across the Bay Area. And as we speak, Hurricane Helene, with winds of 140 miles an hour, Cat 4 strength, is making landfall in the Big Bend area of Florida. As we zoom in, you could see that clear eye, and it was very unfortunate, but it rapidly intensified right before landfall. And that's becoming a lot more common over the past decade, that instead of storms weakening as they reach landfall because the water is just so warm, it's record warm right now in the Gulf of Mexico, instead these storms are rapidly intensifying up to landfall. And storms that
it's covering nearly the entire state of Florida, dude.
An hour, the pressure is down to 938 millibars. That is 3 millibars less than Hurricane Ian when it made landfall. So theoretically, it's just as strong as Ian.
Lower pressure is not good. You don't want lower pressure.
From our building, from News Channel 8, we have a tower with a camera on it, and we're looking at the Hillsborough River, and that is the boardwalk right there, Riverwalk. Riverwalk is completely flooded right now, as is a lot of neighborhoods in and around the Tampa Bay area. Now, I want to show you this graphic right here. I put it together just a few minutes ago, and it's already outdated because water levels continue to rise. So the old record at Clearwater was 6.8 feet above mean low water. That's just a designation from NOAA. But today, we've already gotten to 9.3 feet, so I have to update that graphic because I just checked a couple of seconds ago. It's even higher, and it's probably the case for a lot of the area. St. Petersburg likely is now eclipsed 7 feet. By the way, the high tide is at 2 a.m., so we still have a few hours to go where the waters could start to creep up a little bit. Breaking records in Tampa Bay by over a foot, as you can see. And by the way, Cedar Key right now, water levels are going straight up. Last time I checked, it was 10 feet above mean low water, but that will just continue to increase. In Cedar Key, we're expecting somewhere around 15 feet of surge. Here in the Bay Area, we've seen about 6 feet of surge. I'll show you this graphic right here. In Clearwater, we've had, again, we're up to 9.3 now. Last I built this graphic was 9.1 feet. But look at where we should have a boat. Follow that blue line right there. I don't have enough money for a boat. We should have been closer to around 2 to 3 feet. So we've added 6 or 7 feet of surge on.
I have been told consistently, don't ever buy a boat because a boat is an incredibly a boat. Oh shit, a boat is more expensive than children.
From our report it, and you can always send us pictures.
That Escalade just got lowered, boys.
This one is from Ivan in Tampa. Yeah, we've had some really gusty winds knocking down tree limbs there. And winds have been gusting to around 70, even 80 miles an hour.
Hey, if he wanted to get it lowered, he got it lowered.
WFLA.com/report it. All right, take a look at the peak wind gusts that we've seen during the day today. 82 in St. Petersburg. You know, this storm was very well forecast. All of its attributes, the surge, the wind, we thought we'd see some hurricane force wind gusts right along the immediate coast. That's exactly what we saw. Clearwater Airport, 71 mile an hour wind gusts. Sarasota, 69. Crystal River, those winds are still going to be picking up in Crystal River. And this storm took exactly the track that we thought it would days ago, as you can see. And the result of it is a lot of power outages. Last I checked, we had 700,000 power outages across the state of Florida.
Jeez.
And some of the worst power outages, as you might imagine, right here in Pinellas County, where the strongest wind gusts have been and where a lot of people, highest concentration of people are. So customer-wise, that is between 100,000 and 250,000 on this map. Hillsborough County's had a lot of power outages. Same thing, especially in Sarasota County. A few less customers out in places like Manatee County, Pasco, Hernando, and also into Citrus County. All right, let's show you the future radar. So the storm making landfall right now, right around Perry. This will continue to move north and carry with it
Mr. Black with a proper 199 to advertise another YouTube channel, which I'm okay with. Subscribe to Ryan Hall, y'all. I am subscribed to him. You figs. He covers the worst weather in all of the U.S., except his notifications. His team also uses tax-exempt status to donate supplies, generators, food to those affected. Hail the 199. Let's freaking go, Mr. Black. And yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all, he is dominating the weather scene right now. How many people does he have watching him right now? He's got like 200,000 people watching him right now. Yeah, the dude is Max Velocity is a good channel too. Mainstream news, mainstream weather. It's all getting dominated by independent media and independent coverage, dude. It really, really is. Let's go over here and hear what they got to say.
And the upstate of South Carolina, and that lifting air caused by winds blowing up the upstate produces more rain. So this is going to be a huge deal. This storm is far from over. There'll be all kinds of
Thank you,
headlines
Mr. Black. I appreciate it, man.
Through the weekend. So there you go. Storm is pretty much landfall now in the center of the eye, moves on shore. That will be that. I was trying to get tide information, but hit refresh, not enough time to get that to work. Tallahassee's got a wind gust to 47, but the winds in Tallahassee, and this is important, are blowing from the north. So that means the hurricane is east of them. And again, that's better. They're still close enough to the center where they'll have some problems. But if they had an east wind right now, that would mean that the eye would be south of them, and they'd get right in the heart of the hurricane. But
this is the Super Bowl for meteorologists. It 100% is.
Pass east of them. We have south winds because we're here. The wind's going this. These are going around in a big circle, and they got north, indicating the hurricane is going to pass east of Tallahassee. That's what we've been hoping for the past couple of days for them. Back home we go, and let me see here. Got 52 gusts in Tampa. 49 in Sarasota. The winds are due south, meaning still have water.
So you see right there, like the entire state of Florida is pretty much being affected. However, Pensacola and Miami, literally the two furthest places on this map, are the ones least affected. But that's how big this storm is. This storm is affecting the entire state of Florida. This is absolutely stupid.
All right, we do thank Fox 13 there in Tampa, and Paul Delgado is just such a legend there in the market, providing us updates in real time about this latest storm, Hurricane Helene, making landfall as we speak, periodically going forward here, still at Category 4 strength. But in the meantime, remember, we are anticipating now. We have the shot. This is a live picture. We are going to get briefed by Florida officials. Not entirely sure when that's going to start, but we'll show it to you.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll
we do have
Tide.
some more vantage points and just media coming to us online. Allie Corey there at Fox 13 saying this. More from Perry, Florida, where Helene is making landfall there with new video. Take a look at that torrential rain.
Wow.
That wind. Remember, if this is a Category 4 storm, wind speeds up to 135, 140 miles per hour as Helene will make landfall, threatening storm surge possibly up to 15 to 20 feet high. That is why this storm is so dangerous. We do want to take the opportunity, though, to take yet another quick commercial break, our first commercial break of this hour. I'm Andrew Kraft. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for choosing Live Now as you
guys and your fucking commercials. All right, so if you want to take commercials, we got this right here. So this is the storm surge, all right? This is in St. Petersburg. Look at this. This is the storm. Oh, my gosh, dude. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, man. That is so bad. That is so bad. It's like destroying their house. Oh. Oh. Mm. That's rough. That is rough right there. So that is in St. Petersburg right there. That is not good. That is not good at all. Yikes. Yikes indeed. Okay, so I'm looking for more updates right now as we speak. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Looking right now to see if there's any other clips that I can show right now. I'm looking through Twitter to see what's going on. We're going to go back over to this feed.
49 Sarasota. The winds are due south, meaning still have water piling up along our coast. And by 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll start getting this wind flow and this wind flow. So the winds will start turning. And again, that west wind will still pile up some water along our coast. So we're slowly improving, but it's a process. Back with more information in a bit. Back to you.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Paul. Now, you know, we talked about the storm surge problems we've seen.
All right, we do thank Fox 13 there in Tampa, and Paul Delgado is just such a legend there in the market, providing us updates in real time about this latest storm, Hurricane Helene, making landfall as we speak, periodically going forward here, still at Category 4 strength. But in the meantime, remember, we are anticipating now. We have the shot. This is a live picture. We are going to get briefed.
So we're about to be briefed on by Florida officials. Piano Dean for 10 says, I was in Vegas on my phone with my mom in the South Mississippi as Katrina was hitting them. She said, our last tree fell. The phone went dead, and I didn't hear from them for 5 days. Scared me bad. Holy crap. That is pretty scary. Look at this from Perry, Florida.
Is making landfall there.
Wow.
With new video. Take a look at that torrential rain, that wind. Remember, if this is a Category 4 storm, wind speeds up to 135, 140 miles per hour as Helene will make landfall, threatening storm surge possibly up to 15 to 20 feet high. That is why.
So I got some video to show right here. Here we go.
Taking over our location right now.
Jeez, man. Scary stuff right there. I am not going to scroll Twitter because I am not that brave. So I will not share my screen as I scroll Twitter just so we can see what's going on. Look at that. Okay, I got another video to show you guys.
Whoa, that's it. That might have been the one. Oh.
That Econo Lodge sign is about to go. It's about to go.
Whoa, that's it. That might have been the one. Oh.
Yeah, that is pretty scary right there. Pretty scary indeed. Okay, let's see. This can't be real. Is this real? There's no way this is real. There's no way.
We're just gonna stand for now, chat.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Stand for now. Oh! Right there, big explosions. You can hear them. You can literally hear them.
There's a very, very high possibility that these are D-Day Cobra and Geeks and Gamers subscribers. Okay, just probably a good chance.
You can hear them. Wow! Blowing up.
Alcohol may be involved.
Wow! Wow! Whoa! Still ripping over there. Gosh, that thing is blowing up. You can hear it.
These guys are fucking crazy and I love it. Holy shit. All right, let me see if we've I'm looking for more stuff.
Stronger hurricane.
I'll keep you guys informed, okay? I'll keep you guys informed.
Made landfall in September of 2022. I remember it well, and so we are seeing similarities.
Thank you, Monica. I appreciate
Ian
that.
And Helene right now, so that is quite something. Wanted to make.
Rory said this is normal Florida. You are correct, sir. You are 100% correct on that one.
Posts on social media kind of helping us explain to you the nature of this storm, the path of this storm, the strength of this storm, the contours of this storm as well here. But in the meantime, like I said, we are waiting on some of these officials there in Florida as well. We do have this live shot there. So we're about to get briefed by them. Not entirely sure when. I would presume, though, it's going to be Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, I would presume as well. It's
Okay, before that happens, I want to show you guys this one really quick. Here we go.
Whoa! Oh my God!
Bro.
Whoa! Oh my God!
This shit is wild, man. This is wild.
Fox weather correspondents are stationed standing by, braving these conditions, and they are very tough, very dangerous conditions right now.
DeSantis is talking now.
But remember, let's
see.
focus yet again.
Let's hear from DeSantis really quick.
Hazardous conditions right now, and please, do not be going outside until things settle down. We know that travel on the roads can be hazardous, and we typically, unfortunately, will have fatalities in every storm from that. When you are out on the roads in the middle of one of these storms, that is very, very dangerous. So please do not do that. Stay put. Also, if you're sheltering in place, know your surroundings in terms of trees. You are going to see trees that are going to get knocked down. I'm sure some have already been knocked down. But you have these 140-mile-an-hour winds hitting here in North Florida. This is going to extend. I mean, you're going to have hurricane-force winds that are going to extend across a couple counties to the east and west of Taylor County. And that's going to cause trees to fall down. If you are in an area where you have that, please take precautions there. Treat it almost like a tornado as that's going by you. For there. We have many major bridges that have been closed throughout today at various points. Most of the major bridges, of course, in places like Tampa.
I love you, Ron DeSantis, but you're kind of boring right now, and there's a lot more to show. But holy crap, another proper 199. Is it Siaba? Is that how you say that? Jeremy, could I tempt you with a deal? Watch and react to my Light of Mordor live 1984 plus Lord of the Rings, less than 12 minutes, and I'll give some memberships to foster goodwill at Texas Spy Historian, who told me about that, as a matter of fact, yesterday. So I will give you my word, I will. I don't know if I want to do it now because this is a hurricane stream. So if we could do it tomorrow night, can we make that? And you don't have to gift any memberships, bro. But if we could do that tomorrow night on CobraCast, that would probably be a little bit better. So can we do that? So Siba, is that how Siba? So yeah, we can, he just gifted 20 gifted memberships. If we can make that deal, we can do that tomorrow. Eric K, if you can make sure I have a link to that video, we can do that tomorrow if that's okay with you. So 20 gifted memberships. It's a done deal. I just would rather do it on a different stream than this one because a 12-minute Lord of the Rings reactions probably not. And then we can edit it together and have an upload for it as well, if you're okay with that. So let me know what he says, Eric K. In the meantime, I got to show you guys this really quick because this is wild. Here we go. Woo! Jeez, man. Explosions all over the place. Looks like a freaking war zone right now. These transformers are blowing up. Looks like a freaking war zone.
To be an enormous amount of debris in various places, and you could have down power lines, you could have dangerous objects. Just be very careful when you're around the debris. Also be careful about using a generator. Do not.
What did he say, Eric? I don't know if he responded, but 100%, man. I would love to check it out and then upload an individual video on it as well. So continuing to look and see at some of the craziness going on right now just in Perry. Let's see here. Go to latest right now and then back to top just to see what this is crazy in Perry, Florida right now with what we're seeing. All right, so here's a clip. Let's see if I can show you this one. Here we go.
The storm is intensifying as we drive. We're on our way to Perryville right now. It looks like the storm is intensifying as we drive along here. I don't want to distract you too much because it looks like rain is definitely picking up. The wind is picking up. We can feel it back here. And we have extreme wind warning. Okay. Yeah, Perry, Florida seems to be where the eye is about to slam into. They're going to probably hit the hardest out of anywhere else in the state right now. So anybody, if you are in the area, definitely make sure you seek shelter. We're going to be as close to there as humanly possible. And we'll keep you guys posted. We're on our way to.
Jeez, man. This stuff is wild. This stuff is out of control right now. I can't believe the insanity that we are witnessing right now. And we're just currently getting landfall, by the way. So we're not, there's still plenty more to go. There's still plenty more to go. And so I'm going to hit that search there. So currently the hurricane is now making landfall in the Big Bend of Florida, between Perry and between Tallahassee. And it looks like Perry, Florida is going to get the worst of it, and it's going to be really, really ugly. There's transformers exploding. There's power flashes everywhere. I don't know what. This is crazy. Look at this shit. Look at this. That's storm surge right there. That's the storm surge that is elevating the water, and it's just flooding the entire area. Oh my goodness. Storm surge is decimating Lee County, and Hurricane Helene hasn't even made landfall. Pray for Florida. Holy crap. Did he I know Eric K, you were still waiting to hear back from him. Did we hear back from him? Seba? That would be awesome if we can get some confirmation, because I would love to react to it, brother. I would love to react to that. Let me see. I'm going to play that one more time for you guys.
To Perryville right now. It looks like the storm is intensifying as we drive along here. I don't want to distract you too much because it looks like rain is definitely picking up. The wind is picking up. We can feel it back here. And we have extreme wind warning.
All right, I got one more to show you right now. Here we go. I'm just telling you, as a person that lives in the state of Florida, I would not be anywhere near this storm
Florida.
right now.
Please shelter in place, as the governor has said. Stay indoors. Again, I like his analogy of treat this like a tornado right now. Again, those individuals along Deckle Beach, maybe even as close to Steinhatchee, you're probably seeing very, very clear skies right now. That's because you're in the eye of the hurricane. If you can hear us and you have power, please do not go outside. That eye wall is going to close on the backside momentarily, probably within the next 15 to 30 minutes as it continues to make landfall. So please stay indoors. Roads are dangerous due to the flooding, debris.
Holy shit, I got a new one for you. What is this? Listen, I'm just sharing things on social media. I'm assuming all of it is legit, but you never know if people are sharing old video clips. But this one, it's apparently, good Lord, man. So right here, man in Tampa, Florida is broadcasting live in his living room, showing the aftermath of the hurricane.
But at least I'm not electrocuting myself anymore. We have we got the chlorine going, so try to disinfect some of this nastiness. That's good. Florida man doing Florida things. By the way, please visit hornblasters.com. I'm located here in Tampa, Florida. Bro, get out. What are you?
He's wearing Crocs, boys. What did I tell you? Florida man for the win, wearing Crocs. That's what's up.
You doing? Yeah, I got the chlorine going, so it's good. We don't take anything serious. We're Florida, man. What am I going to do? I just checked the weather in between my lives, and it looks like at 2 a.m. the water might start going down. But in the meantime, it's going up. The foundation of the house, like all this water is bubbling underneath the foundation.
Wow.
So that's not good. I think that's like how sinkholes happen. The water is smashing up against the window. When I open it, it gets really choppy in here. It's still coming in through the garage. I'm getting annihilated by mosquitoes already, but go live on TikTok, because oh damn, my light's out there floating around. Whoopsie. Oh, so if that light is floating around, that means the cactus is done for. Man, all those switches, all my light switches are going to get wet. You can see them right now. I got like the smart light switches. And we're gonna have to replace all those. That's a bummer. Oh well, it's a bummer. My buddy Shane, his house got wiped out too, I heard, so that sucks. By the way, if you like,
that is the most Florida video I have ever seen in my life. This man is just like, my light's over there. Probably got to replace this, and I might as well just go live on TikTok. I'm wearing my Crocs. Like what? What is happening right now? One more time.
But at least I'm not electrocuting myself anymore. We have we got the chlorine going, so try to disinfect some of this nastiness. That's good. Florida man doing Florida things. By the way, please visit hornblasters.com. I'm located here in Tampa, Florida. Bro, get out. What are you doing? Yeah, I got the chlorine going, so it's good. We don't take anything serious. We're Florida, man. What am I going to do? I just checked the weather in between my lives, and it looks like At 2 a.m., the water might start going down. But in the meantime, it's going up. The foundation of the house, like all this water is bubbling underneath the foundation. So that's not good. I think that's like how sinkholes happen. The water is smashing up against the window. When I open it, it gets really choppy in here. It's still coming in through the garage. I'm getting annihilated by mosquitoes already. But, you know, go live on TikTok, you know, oh, damn, my light's out there floating around.
That's crazy, bro. That is absolutely wild. So we're currently looking to see if we've got any more updates. I did show this one a little bit earlier, but for anybody that is just tuning in, we've got some absolute mad lads in Florida right here.
We're just gonna stand for now, chat. Stand for now. Oh! Right there, big explosions. You can hear them. You can literally hear them. You can hear them.
Okay,
Wow!
So we got we do have an update, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not confirming this live breaking news, but this is a rumor. So I cannot confirm nor deny, but we have now a Lizzo spotting in Florida, ladies and gentlemen, a Lizzo spotting in Florida. And there you go. So Lizzo spotting in Florida. Can't confirm nor deny, but that is what we are hearing right there. Back to regularly scheduled programming.
Blow it up! Wow! Wow! Whoa! Still ripping over there.
All right, so we let me see if we can get some updates on what's going on, because the storm is currently making landfall right now. Let's see. I'm looking for. Well, it looks like DeSantis is still talking. Is DeSantis still talking?
Be against advice. Go out on the roadways. We may have some more road, and you may have had folks get caught up in storm surge. I mean, we don't know, but I think it's
VHS capture for 50. Sent to Eric, hail to 199, Sasiba, hell yes. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. VHS capture for 50 says that even as Kansas kids, we had fun with natural disasters. We know how serious it is, but as a Midwest raised, that's what we look forward to. We are natural men who love our natural instincts. Some of you boys down south, we are a different breed. Same with you and the boys down south. We are a different breed. 100%, man. Like I've had a lot of fun, especially when I was younger, you know, because I'm an old man now. I may have like 5 years left and then I'm done. That's how old I am. But when I was younger, we used to go play football out in the Hurricanes. And that was obviously crazy. Trying to pass, trying to run and all of that. That was a lot of fun. Trampoline football. I don't know how many of you ever played trampoline football, but essentially what you would do is you get like, I don't know, as many of you to be on the trampoline, and then one person gets the football and throws a Hail Mary, and then you have to time the jump and the bounce to who catches it. And dude, the moment you catch that football, you are going to get the living shit beat out of you by your friends. Like, you already know what's going to happen. And these weren't the trampolines with the safety guards and all that bullshit that they have nowadays. We didn't even have pads on the springs, okay? We had no pads on the springs, and there was no safety guards. Half of the springs were rusted out, broken. I don't know what the hell was wrong with our parents allowing us to do this, but oh, it was awesome. It was so freak. How am I alive? How am I alive? I have no idea. But thank you, VHS Capture. I appreciate it.
washed out, basically. We have not gotten those reports yet. It doesn't mean it can't happen and it won't happen, but not to our knowledge yet.
The worst thing ever, I was at a friend of mine's house and they had a trampoline and he brought his girlfriend over and his girlfriend was bringing her friend and I was going to meet her for the first time. Okay. And we're jumping on the trampoline when the girls get there. I jump off the trampoline and they had just had their roof, a new roof put on their house, and one shingle was left over and it was around the trampoline and the nail was, turned up. I jump off the trampoline, foot goes right on top of the nail. Let's just say I was not really impressive in that moment right there. It wasn't a great moment. It wasn't a great moment. I was all prepared to be cool as shit. I was like, okay, man, let me get out and get cool, man. No, I was not very cool in that moment.
This is the official note from the National Hurricane Center. They say this: Helene has made landfall in the Florida Big Bend region at around 11.
I did not cry. And that's the problem is I was doing everything in my power to not show that it hurt. And by doing that, I was the most awkward motherfucker you will ever see in your life. Because I was like, you can't show, you got to be tough. You got to be tough. You got to be tough. You cannot let them see that this hurts. You got to be tough. And by doing that, by holding all of it in, I was the most awkward and weird person you'll ever meet.
And how they got the wind speed, that is based according to data from Air Force reconnaissance aircraft flying in the eye of Helene as we speak right now. So wanted to make sure we covered this from all angles. Helene is on land, wreaking havoc in parts of the Big Bend near Perry, Florida. The storm surge is evident. The wind speed is evident at 140 miles per hour there. So DeSantis did say they had not really gotten reports yet of major infrastructure damage to roadways and causeways and bridges just yet. But he noted and acknowledged it's much too early for that. They have to wait and assess when the sun comes up. Well, speaking of the DeSantis family, the First Lady of the state of Florida, Casey DeSantis, posted this earlier today, saying this: to the great men and women in the State Emergency Operations Center and our first responders across the state, thank you. Praying that everyone gets through Hurricane Helene safely there. So there you have it. We are on the air right now, and you can see the video from Casey DeSantis and Florida Governor DeSantis there. That's at the State Emergency Operations Center in Tallahassee. That's where that press conference you just watched took place there. Let's take our X-Rad weather system, though, right now. Hurricane Helene has made landfall there near the mouth of the Osceola River at 140
legitimately,
miles per hour winds.
Literally, like right there where that 73 is, next to right, that's pretty much where I'm at. That's how close this storm is to me without it hitting me. That is absolutely crazy that this thing missed me.
Nature of this storm, that is the reality of this storm. Many power outages have already been reported even before Helene made landfall there. So wanted to make sure we got that in as well. It's a story we're going to stay through the entire overnight as we continue to get reaction in, to get some of these videos in of the damage, of the storm surge, of the floodwaters, of the rain as well. We're just really getting started here. We're in it now. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
Okay, so I want to show you this really quick. Somebody took some footage of a Walmart parking lot right here. So that is wild. So it is pretty crazy right now with some of the winds. Whew. I hope everybody's safe, man. All right, let's see. We've got another video I can show all of you really quickly. Let's see here. Damn. Look at that. Never saw a Walmart parking lot so clean. That's crazy. And that's not probably, I don't know where this located. I don't know where this place is. I don't know if this was Tampa or Clearwater or whatever. Let's see. Where is this at? So this is Longboat Key. So I don't know if that's the worst of it that they're going to get or not. But wow. Just crazy, man. Just absolutely crazy. I'm going to look for some more stuff right now. Let's see here. All right. I'm just going to become a meteorologist after everybody's like, oh, what's Jeremy going to do when politics is over? Well, first of all, politics is never going to be over. Secondly, I could be a meteorologist, okay? I'm a Florida man, okay? I wear Crocs. I can pretty much pull it off. So that won't be a problem, okay? That will not be a problem at all. National Hurricane Center. Let's see what they're saying. All right. So we have the official right here. So Helene has made landfall in the Big Bend of Florida as a Category 4 with max winds of 140 miles an hour, the strongest hurricane to make landfall in the Big Bend of Florida on record since 1851. The old record was the Cedar Keys hurricane in 1896 with max winds of 125 miles an hour. So this is, holy crap, man. Since 1851, this is the most powerful hurricane to ever make landfall in the Big Bend of Florida. I want to emphasize one more time, as someone that's lived here since I was 15 years old, this is a fucking dangerous hurricane. And I cannot believe how lucky I got that I am not caught up in this. And I could have been. And I might have lost everything if I would have been caught up in this. It's really going to be interesting how Perry, and again, I'm not familiar with Perry. In all reality, I try to stay as far away from Tallahassee and that whole area as I possibly can. Fuck Tallahassee, Florida. Fuck Florida State Seminoles. Roll Tide. But even as an Alabama fan, I'll take the Florida Gators over the Seminoles all day long. But with that said, I'm being just like a douchebag football fan at that point in time. But I'm not a fan of Tallahassee as the capital of the state of Florida. But I'm not familiar with Perry, so I don't know exactly how the elevation is there. But this is a huge system. It's covering the entire state of Florida for the most part. And now it's already into Georgia and in some parts into Alabama. Whew. Them's fighting words. That was the future Jeremy in his canoe wearing the Crocs. Probably so. All right, let's see. Okay, right here.
U.S. Gulf Coast landfalling of 2024. You remember there was Beryl, there was Debbie, there was Francine, all in the Gulf Coast. That was all this season already. He says only 5 other years on record since 1851 have had 4+ Gulf hurricane landfalls: 1886, 1909, 1985, 2005, and 2020. In the meantime here, we want to leave that up as well. We have some of our reporters standing by there in the region to give us a sense of how conditions are going here. I want to put our experts.
If we have any viewers that are in Georgia, I want to, like, just as somebody who's been through this before, like, inland stuff, like you're gonna have to worry about you're gonna have to worry about tornadoes. The tornadoes are going to be pretty crazy. Now, how many tornadoes is this going to be? A very, very the thing about this system that and again, I'm just speaking as a complete retard here, so don't think that I'm actually an expert. I feel like I have to qualify myself for anybody new that's watching me. I am an absolute idiot, and so I'm not very smart, and I don't really know what I'm talking about. With that said, this system is a fast-moving system. It's moving. Last I saw, and I haven't seen the latest advisory, I think it's moving around 25 miles an hour, which is a very fast-moving system. And I think that generally means that it's going to be less likely to produce a lot of tornadoes, but there's still going to be tornado systems that it's going to be and that's going to be more dangerous for people in Georgia and into South Carolina.
Southeastern Georgia, including there in Valdosta, including our friend, Fox News multimedia reporter Caroline Elliott. She's standing by with the latest and she joins me. Caroline, good to see you here. How's it going out there? It's almost midnight. What are conditions?
Somebody said, someone in the chat, BJ Skull says the Carolinas have been having tornadoes for hours. So there you go.
From taking a direct hit here in Valdosta, Georgia, but already we are seeing that wind and rain pick up quite a bit behind us. We know it's dark, so we want to just turn on this flashlight to give you a little bit of visibility. You can see this rain is.
I'm sure the chat's not going to have anything to say about this reporter. I'm sure she's a really good reporter, though.
Behind us with trees as well. Now, the biggest concern overnight, of course, is going to be major flooding in this area, as well as wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour. We know that city officials right now in Valdosta are telling everyone to stay inside and shelter in place. We also know city officials earlier tonight around 9 p.m. told anyone inside a mobile home to get out and find a safer place to ride out this storm. And Andrew, we just heard you talk a little bit about this, but just 100 or so miles northeast of us in Wheeler County, AP is now reporting 2 people were killed in a mobile home after a tornado came through that area. So, of course, right now we know that there's several areas across South Georgia that are under a tornado watch. You can see this wind really picking up right now. Behind us, this tree almost bent over behind us. Again, wind gusts are expected to reach around 100 miles per hour in this area. So again, the message right now is to stay safe. Right now, we do still have power in this area, but I don't think we'll have that for long because
I knew when she said bent over, I knew the chat was going to go crazy. I knew when she said that.
Again, 30,000 people without power. That's expected to get worse overnight. Andrew.
All right, and Caroline, we're going to let you get to safe quarters here. I'm not going to ask you any questions. Just watching behind you, the wind, the rain, the lightning, I think was enough for viewers to understand the immense power of Helene right now. Caroline, stay safe there. Liviana as well. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
All right. In the meantime, I can't thank Caroline Elliott enough there in Valdosta, Georgia, with the latest. Of course, we just brought you that nose.
Okay, I got a clip to show you guys really quick. Which one was it? Was it this one that I wanted to show? Okay, right here. Here we go. This is in Perry, Florida. Yeah, this place is gonna be Perry Chan, Florida. This place is gonna be in some serious trouble, man. Man, oh man. All right, so we're continuing. Let me read some of these super chats. First of all, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Feel free to smash the melee button if you don't mind. Lapco92 says, I was standing in the street a half a mile away from May 3rd, 1999 tornado that tore through Oklahoma City. 320-mile-an-hour record winds. My dad moved to Glen Street, Mary, in the 70s. We Southerners are truly unique. Be safe. We certainly are, man. Thank you. Yeah, Southern people are a different breed, man. I don't know. I'm a weird person by the standard of most people. Shadow Saiyan says, if Jeremy had landed that, we wouldn't have our 199. We wouldn't have our favorite homosexual. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Seba says, all profit. Wife and I take nothing. It goes to veteran organizations here in Houston that I personally, as a TBI, PTSD, opioid, alcohol-free since Sunday. MAGA, thanks for all you do, brother. Thank you. I'm looking forward to checking out your video, man. So, and yes, I DM'd you there we go. Seba Lee. All right. Hey, brother. Thank you, man. So tomorrow night on Cobra Cast, we're going to take a look at that. And there's those 20 gifted memberships. Hurricane 199. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Speedy the Unsilent for 20 says, having lived in Florida for 15 years before moving to Alabama for work, this is normal Florida doing normal Florida stuff. If you're talking about the guy in his canoe in his house as his house is flooded and he's rocking Crocs, you would be 100% correct, sir. You would be 100% correct. And again, thank you for that proper 199. Appreciate that. Let's see. General Duality says, Jeremy, they are live right now. Look up Reed Timmer. Reed Timmer. I think that's the one I had. Yeah, I have that one pulled up. They are live, but they're not doing anything. They're just sitting in a car. I was checking it out earlier, so they're just kind of chilling in a car right now. Let's see what we got going on. Seeing if there's any updates as it stands right now. Okay. Let's go to here.
And to keep them ever stronger here. So we'll monitor and track whether that phenomenon will be happening anytime soon. I'm afraid we're a little too early.
Thank you again,
too
Monica.
Premature for that right now, because literally 35 minutes ago,
You,
it
Siba.
just made landfall. But that will happen. Don't know when, but eventually here, as you can see. So
I wanted to read this one again just because we have more people. And Mr. Black says, subscribe to Ryan Hall, y'all. You figs. He covers the worst weather in all the U.S. except his notifications. His team uses tax exempt status to donate supplies, generators, food to those affected. Hail the 199. And yes, I am subscribed to Ryan Hall, and he is a fantastic YouTube channel and does fantastic coverage.
from the National Weather Service in Tallahassee, they say an extreme wind warning is in effect for Valdosta, Georgia, Thomasville, Georgia, Quitman, Georgia.
Yeah.
So 2 a.m. Eastern.
That's right, Josh. You went through that. Just skirted by. Panama City is just on the edge, and there is barely any rain or wind. After Michael, I don't know if I could have dealt with another major one. Yeah, man. It sucks because it's kind of like when it's kind of like the Trump assassination attempt in Butler, and everybody's like, oh yay, Trump, God's hand helped Trump, but somebody did die, you know what I mean? And that is something you can't actually look past. And so for me, it's like, man, I'm so lucky that the storm missed me. Meanwhile, there's people that are getting absolutely demolished right now. So it's like, I don't want to be overly I don't want to have any I don't want to overstep there, but it's like, yeah, I'm happy it's not hitting me, but I know it's crushing people. And even if they got out there, some of their houses are going to be destroyed. Their lives are going to be destroyed because of this. And that really does suck.
Courtesy right now of the Florida Department of Transportation. This is I have it here.
What was that? What was that spike in volume? Really? Something happened for me? For me, Mike went a little weird. Are we back? Is it good now? Everybody's like, what happened? Mike flipped out for a second. All right, we're good now? Okay. Well, as you guys know, this is the highest quality stream on YouTube, so we do take quality very seriously around here.
These evacuation notices there in Florida. But this right now live after Helene made landfall as a Category 4 storm there. So that's what we do here on Live Now. We try to get as many vantage points from down on the scene to show you live, raw, and unfiltered there. It's not the best. We're doing our best here, but it's a vantage point nonetheless. And you can see just how rough, just how tough the surf is there. That's near Tampa, Florida. I wanted to make sure we showed you that. In the meantime,
Thank you,
more
Maddening.
images, more video coming to us on social media, including this from Ian Oliver there at Fox Weather. He says Curtis Hickson Park in downtown Tampa, across the Hillsborough River from the University of Tampa. He says, unbelievable. The
Not in my
Riverwalk
area.
must be
Not in my
in
area. It's
3
missed
to
me.
4 feet of water right now. And you can see that we're going to take that full here. Wow. Now, if you're familiar with the Tampa Bay area, you know the Riverwalk. It is one of Tampa's most iconic,
Yes, it
pristine
is.
locations
Yes.
in the city. And Ian Oliver says there.
Ben, let us know, man, if you have any updates, brother. I hope everything works out, brother.
We brought you that news. And like I said, this is what we're going to be doing throughout the course of the evening here. We're not stopping. We're going all through the night as we continue to see the after effects now that Helene has made landfall there. So just an interesting vantage point there. I know we have a lot of cameras in and around Tampa at the moment, and we're going to continue to do just that. All right. We are nearing the top of the next hour here. Let's take our final commercial break. More where that came from on Hurricane Helene in 2 minutes.
I saw a super chat come in. Where'd it go? Jeremy grifting the weather is legendary. Oh man, that was good. That was good right there. 1992 space movie says the hurricane you were talking about that hit Pensacola a couple years back was Hurricane Sally. That shit moved real slow, and there was some tornadoes that did drop in Robertsdale and Foley, Alabama. That's probably the one I was talking about then. And yeah, it moved so slow and it just dumped a ton of rain and there was a ton of hurricanes. It was absolutely insane. Piano Dino, I got that one earlier from Piano Dean. I appreciate it. I'm going through all of them right now and highlighting all of these that I missed earlier. I want to get back to something. So the landfall is officially there. It is now made landfall in Perry, Florida. I believe the exact location was Perry, Florida. I know that the Big Bend is where they're saying. Man, am I buffering? Is the whole thing falling apart on me right now? Look, I mean, even though I'm on the outer bands, I could be affected. I don't know. My internet could be affected. I'm not sure. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, we're here. We're here. All right, so here's your tornado watch.
National Weather Service extending that from the original 11 p.m. end time, and that's just because they do have confidence that some of those storms will have just enough ingredients lingering around. And if that were to happen, Paul and I will be right back on the air just to let you know if that storm is posing a threat for a brief tornado or not. Those can be so tricky with these storms as they're pretty prolific producers of very brief tornadoes in these outer bands. Hurricane Helene here just a moment ago producing a confirmed tornado east of that center of circulation just outside of our viewing area.
Thank you,
to the
Basket
north.
City.
At 11:20 p.m. you can see winds were tagged at 140 miles per hour with this system.
Thank you,
as it's
Dirk.
going to continue
I appreciate
track
that.
to the north and likely weaken.
We have a rare sense of humor here at the 199 Geeks and Gamers, all of that. It's just, I truly like, the only thing I worry about with the shit talking we do is like, I don't want YouTube to ever get the channel in trouble, like thinking like because of all the things that the chat says about me, I don't want that to get flagged. And that's what worries me. Like, so happening on Rumble might be the better option. That's the only thing I worry about, but all the back and forth is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love it.
Wind gusts and wind speed rather than an approaching storm where we typically get a lot of tornadoes on the northeast side of this system. I'm going to continue monitoring this, guys, but for now, as this continues to pull away from us, we will look for the potential for surge for areas to our south to drop, but areas to the north are still going to be battling this for the next several hours.
Okay, thank you, Nash. Historic night for Florida, no doubt, and also a day that this man and his dog will never forget. They found themselves in need of a rescue, and thank goodness the Coast Guard came to their aid. Look at this photo here.
Bro.
This is a man whose 36-foot sailboat became disabled, started taking on water about 25 miles off Sanibel Island. You can see he put the flotation device on his dog, on himself.
Bro.
And he was able to take this photo as that Coast Guard helicopter from
Wow.
Air Station Clearwater, they swooped in for the rescue and got him and his dog safely out of the water tonight. My goodness.
Wow.
Okay, and
this man took a selfie. That's amazing.
Citrus County, you'll be glad to know they are okay tonight. At least we think they are. It was quiet on their little island where they have actually very nice accommodations. It was quiet there earlier when we recorded this video, but conditions got worse and the monkeys were evacuated. You don't have too many monkey evacuations during a hurricane, but we had one here, and they were taken to a safe location to ride out the storm.
We are glad to hear that. And it's not just people protecting themselves during the storm. Our wildlife also trying to ride out the storm. You see them there. Even the birds are looking for shelter. These birds were crowded together under a ledge in Manatee County. This was along the pier in Bradenton. Maybe not the most secure place for them to go, but they're doing their best. And I guess worst case, they can just fly.
Better than being in a tree.
Yeah, not friendly skies for flying, but hopefully they found higher ground in a safe, dry place to ride out the storm as well.
You know, that's probably one of those signs where you know that things are about to get bad when you see the birds hunkering down. Like, you should probably hunker down too.
Yeah, when you notice that less than normal behavior from them. Well, all right, our Hurricane Helene coverage continues in our next half hour.
We are right there with you. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we really, really appreciate and thank their Fox 13 in Tampa. They have been providing such reliable coverage to all of us, including our partners there at Fox 35 in Orlando and at Fox Weather, keeping you informed. And here at Live Now as well, showing you all of these updates, speaking to reporters, speaking to experts and meteorologists about the really devastating impacts that Hurricane Helene has wrought so far.
What's up, Lady Aaron D with 5 gifted memberships? I had to send a tweet out because of course I did, okay? Of course I had to send a tweet out right here. So right here, over on Twitter, Crocs, Florida man. That's what's up right there, man. I had to send it out. I'm so proud of my Florida man. All right, this is what I'm talking about, all right? Florida man for the win, okay? We don't give a damn around here, okay? We don't care. Thank you, Lady Era D, for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you. Let's see where we're at. Where did it go? Thank you. There we go. Lady Aaron D with 5 gifted memberships. Norm Al Man for 20 says, my dad was a medical resident in Oklahoma during the big tornadoes in 1998. One story he told me was of a guy who was killed by a sponge flying through his chest due to the force of wind. Weather like that is wild. Stay safe. Holy crap. I'm going to read that one more time. One story he told me of a guy who was killed by a sponge flying through his chest due to the force of the wind. Weather like that is wild. Stay safe. What? That's insane, dude. That is insane. All right, let's see. Let's check out, see what we can find with some of these. All right, we got Pinellas County sending tweets out. So here we go.
Hundreds have called for evacuation help in flooded storm surge areas. High water rescues are being done as safely able. Surge should be peaking soon there. Hashtag Helene. This is in Pinellas County, Florida. That's from their emergency management Twitter account there. And this was within the last hour. So they are getting inundated with a high call volume of 911 calls there that essentially people are asking for assistance in a number of different circumstances here. Let's go back out to our X-Red.
Probably should have fucking left. Just saying.
Big Bend area of Florida. We'll get to them in just a moment.
Probably should have left. But I know that's easier said than done, but it's it's not a good situation, okay? These guys right here are live. Hang on. Let's see here. Let's see what they're doing.
That was a pretty cool eye experience. Yeah.
Volume's a little loud, so I'm going to bump that down a hair.
We want to try to get to Keaton or no? 124.
I don't know. I think they were heading to Perry. Now, if they are in the eye of the storm, yeah, so they're in the eye. It says it. Okay, so I'm reading now. The eye is very calm. It's extremely calm inside the eye of the storm, and it's crazy that you can be in the eye of the storm around all of this chaos, and yet that's where they're at. They're in the eye of the storm right now, assuming they're in Perry, Florida right now. That is absolutely insane.
So you're getting like we were able to see the wall there. So we made the right calls. I think. Water's back there. And my hand was like cramping up and I was holding the gas.
Yeah, I know they're storm chasers. They're storm chasers.
You guys doing good?
So essentially what's going to happen here in a bit is they're essentially going to have it's going to be rough here in just a minute because they're probably going to have, and I don't know. I mean, is it the eye like 40 miles wide or something like that? But so I don't know how long it's going to take.
Oh, really? All right, everybody, we are trying to figure out if we should head down to work surge Any signal on the maps or nothing. We can't get it that way, right? Because of the down trees.
There wasn't when we came up. There wasn't any, but I mean, the high walls.
Where should we go?
All right, I got another video to show you guys. We'll go back to this. We'll keep an eye on that stream. We'll go back to that. So we've got this one right here. 4+ houses floating away around us.
Okay, shine it, love, shine it. Full houses. Stand over here, Michael. Storm surge coming up. Okay, shine it, love, shine it.
That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So you got houses literally just floating away now. Man. By the way, just want to I feel like let me go back to this for a minute. I got to show you guys something. All right, hang on. Oh my gosh. This is why you watch this channel, okay? Because we got absolute gold. Okay, so we got this, okay? I know this is a little bit of a break from the hurricane stuff, but we got a manhunt going on right now.
Lover boy Nathan Wade is missing. The House Judiciary Committee, which is investigating Georgia DA Fani Willis, needs Wade to testify at a hearing tomorrow on their love affair. But no one can find the guy. They're trying to serve him, but he's flown the coop, and now the U.S. Marshals are in a manhunt to track him down. Have they checked the conduct? Lover.
Now, we have a sighting. We have a sighting of Nathan Wade. Okay, so I can't confirm if this is real or not, but this is apparently is Nathan Wade right here. He is a license plate on the front of a white Ford Bronco that says "booty call." I don't know if that's really him or not. But if you see this vehicle, contact the local authorities. Oh my God. I love the internet. I love the internet so damn much, dude. I really do.
The sun comes up tomorrow. You know, we had so many utility trucks and line crews down here, even staying at the same hotel as us. They're just hunkering down right now. They have to wait till the storm's over, but this could be weeks and weeks of cleanup and restoring the power, not just here, but in so much of the west coast of Florida, as you've seen throughout the night.
Connor, just a couple more questions here. Do you see any standing water near where you are right now? And do you know yet if your hotel still has power or not?
You know, we haven't seen much widespread flooding, but again, Tallahassee, we're about 30 minutes north of the coastline. And the interesting thing about this part of Florida is so much of this Big Bend, the coastline, it's very natural and not as populated as you would see, you know, down in Tampa or St. Pete, obviously. So less homes, but those homes likely saw an intense 20-foot storm surge. So certainly hoping all those people got out. As for power, when we look around, it seems at least a lot of the businesses still have power. The hotel has power, but a lot of them have generators and anticipate things like this. As for homes, I have to imagine lots of them are.
All right, I got Raw Alerts here, has some video we're gonna look at really quick. Here we go. mean, it looks kind of fun, but yeah, it does look kind of fun. So let me see. I want to pull this one up if I can. Let's go back to this for a minute. Then we're going to go here. Give me just a minute. Okay, I'm going to pull this one up. And I'm trying to go through all of this these tabs that I have. I have 1,000 freaking tabs open right now. Go back. Of course, the Fox feed is at a commercial break. There we go.
Water near where you are right now, and do you know yet if your hotel still has power or not?
You know, we haven't seen much widespread flooding, but again, Tallahassee, we're about 30 minutes north of the coastline. And the interesting thing about this part of Florida is so much of this Big Bend, the coastline, it's very natural and not as populated as you would see, you know, down in Tampa or St. Pete, obviously. So less homes, but those homes likely saw an intense 20-foot storm surge. So certainly hope.
So I do have an update from Universal Orlando. Universal Orlando, due to Hurricane Helene, Universal Orlando is making the following operational changes for Thursday, September 26th. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios is canceled. Universal Volcano Bay is closed. Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure will remain open. City Walk will close at 8 p.m. So that is Universal Studios in Orlando has made that announcement right there. Not totally surprising.
Stay safe, my friend. Thanks for hunkering down with us here.
Thanks, Andrew.
All right. In the meantime here, we do want to take our first commercial break of this hour, staying with Hurricane Helene coverage as Helene last hour made landfall. And now we're seeing.
I'm pretty sure the internet's listening to what I say because it just gave. Oh, never mind. This was 19 hours ago. So I guess it wasn't listening to me. But I told you the story about me jumping off a trampoline and, you know, landing right on a nail and did not get the opportunity to impress the girl that was there. This is essentially what happened. That's pretty much, that is a perfect representation of what happened. Rest in peace to Psycho Sid, by the way. Sid Vicious, the man, the myth, the legend. Rest in peace. Legend, rest in peace.
Well, we were there past sunset, really. That was completely flooded. Cops had that blocked off for all of it. I can't imagine what it looks like over there. When we were there earlier, as the sun was still up, water was going into the neighborhoods and surrounding some homes. So I can only imagine the situation over there right now is probably pretty bad, given just how much the water has risen. I mean, we have some barricades there still in the middle of the street, some knocked over, some floated or knocked over to this point. And also, before you guys came to us, we had a rain band that came through with some pretty gusty winds.
Okay, we got a crazy one to show you really quick. Right here, this woman stayed despite evacuation orders. Her house is flooded up to the second floor and she's running a generator inside. Again, some of this stuff might be a meme. It might be a joke. I'm just sharing what I'm seeing on social media. So I am not confirming the legitimacy of any of this stuff right now. So let's see what this video is all about. I hear the generator. I hear the generator. Oh boy. There's the generator. What are you doing? Don't do that. There are layers to the stupidity of that situation. There are layers. Okay, you ignored evacuation orders. Okay, that's the first problem. The second problem is that you put a generator indoors on top of a fucking refrigerator or whatever that was. And then you decided to record it and put it on the internet. God, the amount of stupidity in one moment is astonishing. Holy crap. Jesus. Okay, so we've got that was 2 hours ago from the Weather Channel, so we're not going to play that one. Seeing if we got any more updates. Okay, again, can't confirm nor deny if this is true. I'm gonna say there's probably a 5% chance that this is true, but it could be true. This is reportedly, according to a very trusted source on Twitter, a shot of Tallahassee, Florida. Things are getting crazy in Tallahassee right now. Stay safe. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing on Twitter. I don't think that that's real, but who knows? Crazy things are happening in the state of Florida right now, so I guess we're just gonna have to see. Oh man. Okay, what is that? This was 5 hours ago. This was 5 hours ago. Damn. So that was so that was 5 hours ago in St. Pete Beach. Whew, that's pretty scary right there. That is pretty scary indeed. Continuing to look to see. Damn, Trump's nephew. We follow each other on Twitter. Trump's nephew just posted this 47 minutes ago. My neighborhood is starting to sink. Here we go. That's why you got to wear the Florida man boots at that point, man. That's why you got to wear the Florida man boots. Let's see here. Going to continue to see if we've got. So I would imagine we're going to get some crazy videos in the next bit now, just because the hurricane has made landfall. Let's go over to these guys, see what's going on with them.
I think it happened again.
You could hear it too,
I know,
man.
you could hear it go. I think that was
The wind
it.
coming in here. Chat, could you guys hear those power flashes?
I doubt the
I was
phone.
probably yapping over the power
I think
flashes.
The
to be
rain and
honest.
wind were so loud too.
Yeah.
Probably hard to hear.
Yeah, so they're parked right now. Let's see here. Oh crap! I didn't share my screen. Shit. Why didn't it? Hang on, I'm trying to get over there. My bad.
In
There we
20
go.
years.
Can you guys hear that?
And say, hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but you know where I live over here, and my living room is flooded. I mean, so this is everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not only here. We remember, it's just not here. It's our viewing area goes all the way to Citrus County. So we got to remember, and we haven't talked a lot about this. It's the same thing up in Homosassa. We're not. We're just. It's a time of day that we can't talk. It's just nighttime, so we can't just go live immediately because we get safety issues.
Right.
But this goes all the way down the coast. Yeah. So it's not just the Madeira Beach and just not the places we talk about a lot. It goes all the way down into Sarasota.
And I think that most of us who live in the metro area, we know those areas that you're talking about that have a 10, 12, 13-foot surge. I think what he's saying, we can just verify that the forecast of 8 feet surge in Tampa Bay, it's exceeded that.
Yeah,
it's absolutely exceeded that.
I got some pictures from Perry, Florida, right here. Here we go. So you got a building that's had the metal roof ripped off. You got the McDonald's sign. Gas station just completely destroyed. Trees down. So yeah, it's not pretty right now. It's not pretty.
I don't think that when it doesn't hit you, that 5 to 8 and 10 to 12 is a huge deal. I think it does kind of resonate with some people, but it's like, we didn't get rain from that. We didn't get flooding from this storm. We'll be fine. And then all of a sudden it happens and it all verifies. And well, this is what happened. And then you've got everyone's underwater.
So I know I've asked you this question so many times, but we can't say how much longer the water is going to rise.
Well, it's going to
2
rise.
hours,
I mean,
3 hours?
until you get when you get past high tide, the water is going to want to start going out. It'll be slow because the wind is fighting it. The wind's still blowing the water. It's blowing onshore. So it's going to start receding, but it's just not a quick process. It took time for the water to come in. It'll take time for the water to go out. And as long as the wind is blowing from west to east or southwest to northeast, it's still pushing the water on our coast.
Into your homes.
Now, you want to get rid of the flooding? Turn the winds around the other way, and it goes on in a second.
Okay, do you have that button?
We get that. No, we have no button.
Dash,
That
do
would
you
be
have
the
that?
magic button.
Okay.
No,
that would be a button.
That would be amazing.
That would be quite the
right now. That would be the button to have.
So
it would indeed.
So we'll when we're covering the news tomorrow, and we've got daylight, the whole newscast is going to be pretty much showing,
looking at everything.
Unfortunately, the hardships that a lot of people have gone through.
We just hope everybody's safe because we're going to have thousands upon thousands of homes that have water in them tonight, where there's going to be stuff that's wet. Most of which, of course, can be replaced.
We said the past couple of days and I remember saying this. I said the YouTube videos of people during Ian that thought it was going to be fun to videotape their experience staying and not leaving, and then halfway through the YouTube video, it goes from "we're having fun" to "please help us." And there was a lot of those YouTube videos still online. I said, watch one of those and then decide if you should stay.
All right.
The water is no fun.
No, not when we see these fires and you get electrical issues if the power is still on, and then some people can't get them off. Yeah. So again, we're hoping everybody stays safe tonight.
Yes,
and because I know a lot of you guys are listening to us on the radio as well if you don't have power, but we're still here for you. We have much more to come.
All right, so let's go over to here. See what the guys got going on. That they lost their signal. They lost their signal. So
That was what it was.
yeah, their signal's pretty bad right now. It'll get back in. It'll kick back in.
They're about to drop.
And they're in Eyewall. Let's see. So they should be seeing some pretty crazy stuff here. Of course, with it being nighttime, it's going to be hard to see some of it for sure.
Chad, I think we can
go back mobile.
I feel like we did a pretty good job keeping the rentals safe, man.
So far.
They got rental cars out there.
When the waves move a little bit, this was the camera I was referring to. This is in Cedar Key. It's on the east side of the Big Bend. They took a nasty hit last year with storm surge from Hurricane Idalia. This has eclipsed that by quite a bit, by over a foot. This is a record storm surge now in Cedar Key. And Hurricane Helene, it made a little bit, just a tiny bit of an east jog as it was approaching land. And I think that ended up being an even worse thing for Cedar Key. But Robert, you did not get in the actual eye wall. You were in the closest outer band to the eye wall. And I know you've been in a lot of these storms.
2 people killed in possible tornado in Georgia.
During that, if I'm not mistaken. That was a category 2, I believe, at landfall. How did this one stack up?
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell at this point because of the darkness as far as damage. As far as winds go, I have experienced a lot worse. But, that is when I've been in the eastern eye wall and even the northwest eye wall of some storms. But when you're on the fringes, it often is a less impact. That doesn't mean that there is not impacts in this area that we'll be able to assess when the sun does come up. Certainly, I mean, think about it. This entire town is out of power, over 1 million people. I will say this, over 1 million customers without power, man, is that significant. So as far as, what I've experienced in that realm.
I'll show you guys this one really quick. Share my screen right here.
But because the storm was moving,
so I'm back this up a little bit.
Impressive graphic. I see it. What do you got? What is? Oh, that's just a background. This map is wild.
Yeah.
So, and this is something that I saw Jeff Masters write on Twitter, but yeah, we've seen more Cat 4s and Cat 5 landfalls in the US over the past 8 years than we saw in the preceding 57.
That's crazy.
And
that is crazy.
Our computers tell us that this is a sign of the future. We're already seeing that transition because of the warmer climate and more of these hurricanes intensifying right up to landfall, and thus staying.
Michael, again, I wasn't there, but there's people in the chat that were there. Michael absolutely leveled Panama City, Florida. And for those that remember, was Panama City the official landfall area of Michael? But I know that it absolutely just destroyed Panama City, Florida. Donut Lord says that I watched the Thunderbolts trailer. We did. The problem is that Disney blocked our live stream, so we had to cut the reaction out of the Geek Gamers Daily because Disney blocked our live stream. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Panama City was the actual official landfall place for Michael, if I'm not mistaken. So but yeah, that's crazy to see this right here, man. To see all these major hurricanes,
Cat 4s, Cat 5s, and when they make landfall.
You know what was interesting about this, Jeff, was that the ocean heat content really backed off once it got offshore of Tampa. Yet it actually intensified
Mexico
more
Beach. Okay,
as it got into lower ocean heat content.
It's a great it's a great observation, and the reason is because the loop current is not only very hot, but it's very deep, and so ocean heat content is essentially the additive of hot water at the surface and the hot water below. Once you get into the northern Gulf, it becomes really.
Somebody says, "Bro, you're staring at the map." Yes, motherfucker, I am, just like you are. You can't tell where the official landfall is listed based on the documentation. That's why I'm asking. And apparently it's Mexico Beach, which is right outside of Panama City.
Shallow. But because the storm was moving at around 25 miles an hour, it didn't need deep hot water.
There's probably somebody watching me. There's probably these new people watching, and they're like, this guy just called somebody in this chat a motherfucker. What is wrong with this guy? I swear there's so many people probably judge me.
Because it only needed hot water at the surface. And of course, surface waters in the northern Gulf are record levels. And at the beaches here in the Bay Area, our water temperatures have been running around 88, 89 degrees or so. So ocean heat content really only matters when a storm is moving really slowly and it needs, and it kind of brushes away the surface hot water, and then below it upwelling occurs. Yeah. And if it's hot below that too, then there's no essentially relief in cooler water.
Let's see. Where did I saw a comment. Jeremy is angry because of his closeted homosexuality. Listen, I was not aware your mom had a penis until the moment happened, and I ran really quickly. Okay, so you probably need to tell her she needs to disclose that information sooner. All right.
Water.
All right, so let's explain the plan. We're basically wrapping up our coverage here momentarily. We're going to be going till 12:30 Eastern, and it's because our entire team is very much desperate for rest. We have tried to provide as much good, credible information to our audience. I think it has to be cleared one more time that the NHC's track was locked in.
It was for days.
For days. I mean, they saw this one coming, and the high model consensus turned out to be for good reason. And here we have this Florida Big Bend landfall, and we know that there's still many sections of Florida right now that are getting hit tremendously hard by Helene, and now Georgia's on deck, if not already being hit.
Stay safe in Georgia.
People have been asking for a positional update, a live radar update, if we can provide that.
You've got
before
both.
We wrap.
We have it on.
You've got
That's
source
Weather 4?
Yeah, Source 120 has got the stats and the position, and Weather 4 has got the radar. So you can punch either one up. So there it is. That's the 12 o'clock update. Still at 140 mile per hour maximum sustained wind, even though it's been on land for 40 minutes.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's fucking
and the pressure
crazy.
hasn't changed at all. It's
So the pressure has not went up, which the higher the pressure, that means the storm is starting to lose, some of its power. But so the pressure hasn't dropped, and it's still at 140 miles an hour after it's already inland. That is crazy right there. Holy shit.
Now in the northern portions of the eye wall, which right now look to be maybe the strongest, the north to northeast. We're not seeing too many lightning strikes, but boy, I don't know, Jeff, if you saw when this, right before this made landfall, the lightning, it just lit up. It was 600 lightning strikes in 15 minutes. And then the storm activity around the eye wall calmed down a bit.
We saw that, and I was at that point. I said, "Oh boy, this is not good. It's going to make landfall in like 6 hours, and all of a sudden now we're getting all this lightning." What lightning means is that we have overshooting tops. So what that means is that we get big thunderstorms start to build around the eye wall, and all that energy forces these thunderstorms up, and they overshoot whatever the top of the clouds are. Well, that energy, which is vertical energy, eventually becomes energy that spins in its counterclockwise around the eye. So that energy gets converted from these overshooting tops into powering the hurricane and making the core of the hurricane stronger. So when we see a lot of lightning, we know that we're probably.
I haven't heard a lot of reports about tornadoes, which is good. But I imagine that you're going to start hearing reports of, well, I mean, I know earlier somebody said that y'all been dealing with tornadoes in South Carolina all day long. So, but I haven't heard any of that after this has made landfall. We haven't heard a lot about tornadoes. It doesn't mean there aren't any. I'm just saying I haven't heard a whole lot about that yet. So we will see. Let's listen to these guys.
The border into Alabama and Georgia, and wreaked havoc to the agriculture there because it maintained its intensity. So yeah, the next stop for this, we're going to see, I think, some catastrophic flooding in the mountains of northern Georgia and the western part of North Carolina and South Carolina tomorrow.
We're going to leave up at the request of our audience. We're going to leave up radar, wobble tracker, and then, of course, a reminder that you can send in photos and videos to WFLA.com/report it. We have a lot to figure out here at WFLA about how our coverage continues in the hours ahead, both on air and online. First light is going to be massively significant for the Tampa Bay area, for Florida's Big Bend, as we get an idea as to how much destruction.
Okay, I've got a couple pictures to show you guys really quick here. Share this screen. So more pictures. Shed just completely turned over. This building's destroyed. Looks like a hardware store or a grocery store or something right there. I'm going to be careful about scrolling Twitter because, I'm just going to be careful. So, I wish they would, I don't know. I wish they'd make it easier where I'm on stream and I don't have to worry about strolling past, hang on, let's see. Breaking news that Chris Gore life is Look at this. Helene screenshotted me. It says, breaking news that Chris Gore life saved thanks to his recently purchased Batman Crocs. That's what's up right there. Okay. I'm going to retweet that. I'm going to retweet that. Oh, man. Crocs are the way to go, man. I'm telling you. We're going to come up with some Geeks and Gamers 199 Crocs. Okay. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I think everybody's going to love them. Okay. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Well, there's a Sunoco gas station just completely destroyed. Wow. That's not that bad. I mean, that's kind of bad, but I mean, that's not like total destruction. It's obviously turned over. So we're not seeing like horrifically bad images at this point in time so far. I mean, there's some rough ones for sure, but they're not that bad. So let's see here. Okay. I'm going to read some super chats. Appreciate you guys being patient. Raven Black Sparrow says that's what happened in Houston. Cat 4 Hurricane Harvey didn't move and rain hard for 3 days. Everything was underwater. Yep, that's what happens. Exactly. Says Jim Cantori went to meteorology school in the next town over from where I live. He is a legend. Let's see. Gerald Armstrong says, grift off Ryan Hall and snipe. How many people's watching that, guys? He's still got like 150,000 people. Randy Jane says, let's see. Glad to hear you're safe, Jeremy. Sending prayers that everyone in Hurricane Path stays safe. Thank you so much. Good to see you here, Randy. Flag Ninjas is coming from California, and hurricanes scare me more than earthquakes. Jared Armstrong says, last hurricane I was in was Dorian in 2019. Ermagarsh says, for 5 says, calling it now. The mainstream media will give Biden-Harris administration glowing coverage for response. They saw how Katrina hurt W's approval. Won't let it happen. We'll see. It's DeSantis is the one that they're going to probably key in on. And if they can find any negativity to throw his way, if they can find like a negative story, they'll do just that. Jimmy Gomez says, hey, Jeremy, did you accidentally step in Beardo's poop cookies at the haunted house? Micah D2, what's up, Micah? As your neighbor, welcome to Polk County. By the way, but it's fear porn. Don't buy it. You'll be fine. BT Wixt says, took out a personal loan for this super chat. That is amazing. I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you. You went out, took a personal loan so you can send me $2. I appreciate that. Jeremy has fake Crocs. Dick Trickle says it's not just a drip tonight. The weather also. Gerald Armstrong says Perry's elevation is 46 feet. Gyro Murphy says, I hope Jeremy and the Fleckus Talk crew are safe. Praying for you up here, rusty old Pittsburgh. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Oaktown Girl says, geoengineering takes out red state pre-election. McHawk says, if the Timbo slice fight, is that called a slice and dice? Daniel Caven says mainstream media is doing a terrible job. Meanwhile, people live streaming in Perry in the middle of a storm from their phones. Florida man, baby. Elite Neo says fake super chat. The dude says this stream is as fake as Kamala's word salad. Golden Nugget says, I've seen this chat and community change you, Jeremy. You're a lot more cheerful. I love you guys. Prayers for my American bros. I'm not more cheerful. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. No, I love what I do. I love the people that we have. Like, I still wonder if anybody's ever going to watch me when I go live. I wonder if anybody's going to watch my videos when I upload them. And I'm thankful every single time. I'm thankful that that one person is watching my live streams. It blows me away that anybody cares to watch me. I'm glad that people find some level of enjoyment. And then there's others that probably watch me to feel better about themselves because they think that if an idiot like this can have any level of success, then I got a chance. And I'm sure that that's a pretty predominant thing that people do. They're like, let me watch this guy. So because he's really stupid and I need some motivation. So I get it. Great Tank says, my divorced parents used to meet in Perry to switch out. Let's see. Dad lived in East Point, basically Apalachicola State, and George Island, and my mom was in Orlando. F and Dave says, if a hurricane is dumping on you, shouldn't it be named Vince? Timbo Slice says, streamers don't take breaks. Hassan has left the chat with video playing. James Opp says, my slow storm was Harvey, 18 feet of water in my house, 30 miles from the coast, was 4 weeks before we could get to the house. Eesh. Elite Neo says, I was a student at UWF when Ivan hit us back in September 2004. Definitely left his mark on the landscape. We were out of school for a month. Maximus BT says, where my breets at? Jimmy Gomez says, I believe that this is an act of Elohim will turn Jeremy away from his sexuality. Heath Nation says, Keenan gargles Beardo's tank top sweat. What? Great Tang with the Get the Membership. Thank you. Troy News says, this makes me want to watch Twister. Me too. Robert Broker says, I was watching a movie, then I see this fake meteorologist with fake eyebrows go live. You see that? I got eyebrows and I got hair. Oh. No, can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. But yeah, and I do have eyebrows. You see? They're just, I have light features, okay? I have light features. Don't make fun of me. There's this one guy that comes in every time I go live, and he's like, no eyebrow freak. All right? He calls me a no eyebrow freak. What did I do to deserve that toxicity, okay? What did I do? He dyed it. Somebody told me that. They were like, because they were like, why does everybody say you don't have eyebrows? And I'm like, because they don't show up on camera. So like the whole internet's like, Jeremy doesn't have eyebrows and he's bald. And I'm like, I'm not bald and I have eyebrows. They're like, well, then why don't you just color them? I'm like, they already call me gay. What do you think they're going to do if I freaking color my eyebrows? What do you think's going to happen then? So Gerald Armstrong says this guy's balding like James Rolfe. Hostile bogey imbalances. This is the Super Bowl for meteorologists. AJ Gutrug says, stay safe out there, you fig. Moose is calling it now. Biden blowjob administration will actively prevent federal aid from going to Florida as a means of punishment against MAGA. Craig Morning says one of those guys is about to get clotheslined by the Econo Lodge sign. Eric K says they need to play a game of tag football now. Lost all my money says give Mike's weather page a shout out. He's from Oldsmar, Florida, and a hurricane hunter in the area of impact and deserves a mention. Well, shout out right there. Mike's weather page. There's a lot of meteorologists now on YouTube, and I'm happy about that. You remember that one clip of you remember that one clip? Was it Weather Channel where like the weather guy was like acting like the wind was blowing him over and he was overselling it big time, and then you had the guys behind him just casually walking? You're like, these fucking assholes. Where's it at? Let's see it. I don't know how to look that up, but I'm sure everybody remembers that. Eric K says, let's see, Marianne B, happy birthday. There we go. Happy birthday. Thank you for becoming a new member. AJ, your Barmy says, grifting his house destruction. Best way to do it. It's like, he says going to snag Nerdrotic. Looks like he went live. Oh yeah, Gary would love the video you made based on what we've heard. We'll check it out. Shadow Sand says $10 says he gets a podcast out of this. Let's hope so. Talking about the Florida man. Sent to Eric, hail the 199. Thank you. Emmanuel says, to completely be honest, as someone who lives in Australia, I'll take killer creepy crawlies over killer weather. Thank you. That's respectable. Redneck's last words. Hey, y'all, watch this. Yes. Micah D2 says, I played tackle football in the street. I have scars to prove it. We weren't so cool to have a trampoline, you weirdo. Joker's Disciple says, the hurricane gets a 7 out of 10. Too much water. Eric K says, y'all all wait till Jeremy breaks out his Mexican weather girl outfit. I mean, hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, okay? But I have learned that I can now pull off the weather grift, okay? So you're all in trouble. All right. All these people that think like, oh, as soon as politics is over, his grift is over. Well, first of all, I still got Geeks and Gamers. Okay. I still got like 12 other channels. Okay. But we have proven tonight that we are going to make we're gonna break it. So I need to break into the Nintendo YouTuber sphere. So I need to start making Nintendo videos on Geeks and Gamers. We got to break into that. And now we're into the meteorologist business now, baby. Let's fucking go. And hey, listen, I have a 4-wheel drive truck. I have hunting boots. I have Crocs. And I have a, do I have my flashlight? I have a fucking badass flashlight, okay? I've been showing off my flashlight to everybody, and nobody cares. Nobody in my family, they're like, who fucking cares? I'm like, this flashlight is awesome. It's literally a fucking spotlight, and nobody cares. They're looking at me like I'm an idiot, and I'm so proud of it. I'm like, this is a badass flashlight. Like, it's a badass flashlight. It's awesome. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Kind of pisses me off, but I'm ready. So I got a 4-wheel drive truck. I got hunting boots. I got guns, even though I'm not advertising that on YouTube because you can't, because you'll demonetize, but I'm a gun owner. And I have a flashlight, and we're going to go weather hurricane hunting. Okay. There you go. It's a good deal right there. Okay. It's a good deal. I like it. So we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get the truck. We'll put it in 4-wheel drive, and we'll go out there and we'll have some fun. That's what we're going to do. Retrina VR. Glad it's not hitting us in Louisiana, but hope all of y'all stay safe over there to the east. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Marine Rebel says, I'm in Warner Robins, Georgia, just an ally. Let's see, just alley of rain tooth now. Yeah, I've been to Warner Robins before. Bearded Llama says, she ain't no Haba or Sweeney, you fig. Be safe. Roll Tide, brother. Hey, let's go, man. Big game this weekend. Alabama, Georgia. Trump is going to be at the game. I'm excited, dude. I am really, really excited. Let's see. Seba says, looks like a doll almost. Looks uncanny family. Cerberus says, one of the best meteorologists I have seen is Janet Garcia. I don't know what she is saying, but she is very talented. Okay, well, let's look and see. Let's look and see. Put this there. Okay, so we got that. So let's see who we're talking about here. All right. She's oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sure chat's gonna enjoy this one. There we go.
Weather lately. I don't.
There you go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember anything that you guys have been saying. So yeah, we don't need to listen to what she's saying at all. Okay. I respect this. This video has 53 million views, by the way. This video has 53 million views. Oh, I'm supposed to talk. I forgot. Okay. Anyway, okay. All right, we got to stop. I got to read super chats. My 5% female audience is getting very, very mad. So, all right, we're back at this. Okay. Cerberus, look what you did. Look what you did. All right. Good job, Cerberus. Everybody needs to thank Cerberus, okay? Everybody needs to thank Cerberus for that one. Grand Potato says, Jeremy, will the hurricane wash away your gayness? Axiom Seraph says, Jennifer Lawrence invited hurricanes with climate change. Oh, my God. You remember that classic video? Does anybody remember that classic video? I've got to find it. We're going to react to that right now. We're going to react to that right now. Let me see if I can find it. So it's, let's see if I can find it. That is like old school. This is like greatness. Mailman for 20 on Rumble. Thank you. Let me see if we can find it. Is this it? So this is a old school not old school, but like, when is this from? This is 7 years ago. PewDiePie. 7 years ago. Here we go. Right here.
Yourself. Pray for Washington. Pray for Oregon. Pray for Montana. Pray for California. Pray for Texas. Pray for Florida. No. Excuse me. We do not pray. Don't pray. Vote for a government that believes in science. That's right. That's right, Washington. That's right, Washington. You should have thought twice. Washington. You should have thought twice, Washington, before you started those fires. Mother Nature is real mad, okay? That's right, Washington. You should have thought twice before voting for Trump, Washington. It was caused by a teenage boy with fireworks. No. It was Donald Trump himself. That was Donald Trump. Have you voted for a government that cares about the environment yet? Huh? I also really like how this it doesn't have Mexico on it. Suddenly Mexico isn't that important. Sorry, it's horrible. This is horrible. I'm trying to make some comedy out of this, but it's fucking hard, man. It's so disgusting to me seeing these celebrities.
Oh, just wait for the Jennifer Lawrence part.
And,
wait for the Jennifer Lawrence blamed hurricanes during hurricane season on Donald Trump. Yeah, this is real.
These fires caused by teenagers to further their political agenda, whatever side of it may be. The fact that they use this, to me, is so fucking gross. It's these kind of celebrities that live in a bubble. Everything is so shielded from them. They get these outrageous thoughts and they don't understand how fucking, oh my God. Because clearly hurricanes never happened before. As this picture from 2004, these hurricanes were fake hurricanes, okay? Just like fake news, they were fake hurricanes. The world may have seemed like it ended before, but no, those hurricanes don't count, okay? Now this is Trump's fault. Everything is Trump's fault. These hurricanes, are you telling me hurricanes happening during hurricane seasons? It must be Donald Trump's fault. Just listen to Jennifer Lawrence herself.
If you can get away with paying somebody less, then do it. A lot of people just don't choose the moral high road and say, no, that's not fair. And I don't know, or you could go philosophical and say, why are we so afraid of women?
Yeah, no, yeah, you got paid less because you have a shitty fucking agent. Jennifer, stop crying.
It's also scary to know it's been proven through science that human activity, that climate change is due to human activity.
Is that why you fly a private jet anywhere you go, Jennifer?
And we continue to
ignore it. Well, she's not lying there.
The only voice that we really have is through voting.
But the only thing we can do is to vote.
So
And you have voted.
And we voted, and it was really startling. You're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage, wrath.
Oh my God. Well, I guess she's right. Mother Nature is angry. America voted Trump, and Mother Nature wanted Hillary to win. Damn it! Mother Nature's angry. Send the hurricanes. You should have voted for Hillary. Take this. How fucking dim can you be? My God. How do you end up like this? I don't understand. It blows my mind.
It's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage, wrath.
Because hurricanes never happened before. It's hurricane season. And they use it to blame the government
Donald Trump. Oh my God, you fucking idiot.
Pewds is great, man. Pewds is great. Yeah, that reminded me of that. So look at that. A $2 super chat made that happen. Okay. A $2 super chat made that happen. Look at there. Good job. Very good job. You got a great ROI on that one. Well done. Well done indeed. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Got to give you credit for that one. Melissa Lord says, we're lucky. It's between us and Pensacola and Duval. Stay safe. Thank you, Melissa. Same to you. Elite Neo says, last time we got hammered by a major flash flood, my bros and I grabbed our inner tubes and in case of beer and went tubing down Brent Lane. Let's friggin' go. Kevin Cron says, my brother's wife's sister in Tallahassee is praying for people in Florida. Yes. Wait, so your brother's wife's sister lives in Tallahassee praying for people in Florida. Hope all is well, man. Raven Black Sparrow says, worst for me was 2005 Hurricane Katrina hit August. Then 15 days later, it was hit by Hurricane Rita in September. Hostile Bogey Inbound. Yo, Steam just put up a new EULA. You guys see that? No, I did not. Alley Cat says, hail Jeremy and the 199 praying for Florida. Today was my birthday. So glad you get to hang out. So glad we get to hang out with you all. Well, thank you. Thank you. So it is your birthday. So happy birthday, Alley Cat. Alley Cat 199. Love it when you guys 199 in the name. Love it. Let's see. What's ROI? I think Kamala needs to explain it. Well, ROI, I mean, first of all, it's 3 letters. It stands for return on investment. That's not as good as AI, though. It's not as good as AI. Your Barmy says, Monkey Ninja confirmed safe. Coalise says, killed by a sponge. Give me a minute. Gotta soak that one in. Let's see. Micah D2 says, in 2004, a scared kid that was 24 years old went through a divorce, then 4 hurricanes while raising 3 kids alone in a place that you called the Sticks. I'm glad I helped you all. I don't know why you all hate me, but I love you. We don't hate you. What are you talking about? Talking about Polk County? I say that as a compliment, man. I'm from Alabama. Okay. I'm from Alabama. I know about the Sticks. Extra Pretty Lady for 20 says, thank you for the extra live vids. Been watching you for about 2 years. Love your shows. Long ago, I lived in Cedar Key. This hurricane is a real keeper. Sending prayers to those stuck in the path of Helene. Hail the 199. Well, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that. Laughing Man says, where's my ROI? You know what? We'll play it again for Laughing Man, okay? We'll play it right here. Laughing Man, just for you, Laughing Man. So for the context, Laughing Man sent a $500 super chat last stream and said nothing, okay? He said nothing.
And this is how much it was. $500 donation! You know what he says? Nothing. Drops $500 on the table. Looks over at everybody at the poker table. Dropped it on there. Moonwalked right out of the saloon, double doors. Didn't say anything. Spurs on his boots. Couple holstered handguns. Cowboy hat. Thick mustache. Dropped the money on the table, looked at everybody square in their eye, and just moonwalked right out of the saloon, double door. Didn't say shit. Didn't say anything. There's no message there. Didn't say jack shit. And you have to be a cocky son of a bitch. First and foremost, that's not cheap. You got to be a cocky son of a bitch to drop $500 and just bounce the fuck out of there and don't say nothing. I respect that.
I respect that. I respect that. We do have a bit of an update here. Perry, Florida is being pummeled. 20 plus houses swept away by the hurricane. Live in Lamont. Here we go.
out here. Almost a Category 5, just a few miles per hour away from becoming a Category 5. Still could do so. We are not going straight into Paris right now because it seems that flooding and miles from Perry, Florida. I gotta get out of here right now, but we're gonna keep you guys posted. Thank you guys. Next week. Oh fuck! No way. Oh no.
Crazy stuff, man. And shout out to Quarter Black Garrett. I did not realize he was on at the ground level in Perry, Florida. So great to see Quarter Black Garrett there. Hope he stays safe. But in all seriousness, I hope those guys actually do stay safe, because it's very, very scary. Very, very scary indeed. Let's look at this. I fucking love Florida, man. I love Florida so much.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yes. I love Florida so much with the Jackass music.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
God, I love it, man. I love Florida. You guys have no idea how much I love it here. I'm never leaving Florida. Never leaving Florida. It's never happening. All right. Oh, man. All right. I'm seeing if there's anything else going on. It's the greatest place in the world, man. It really is. People here are just, they're people. It's all you can really say. They're just people. And they don't really give a damn. All right, there's Jim Cantori's tweet. That was not updated. Trying to see if there's any more videos of like any crazy stuff going on. I'm still going to get through all these super chats as well, so don't worry. Florida loves Trump. Let me just search Perry, Florida out real quick. Nothing really. No real updates right now. No. All right, here's some right here. This is 43 seconds ago. This was uploaded. So here we go. So that's just some basic flooding right there. No telling like what the elevation is or anything like that, so it's hard to tell. Laughing Man says, where do all the alligators go when the water rises? That's a great question. It's actually a really good question. That's a scary thing to think about. That's a very scary thing to think about. Okay, what is this? All right, so let's see here. All right, we got more video. Let's see. What is this? So the camera is rocking. Dude, look at the water level. Holy shit. And that was hours ago. That is crazy. The water level is insane. Yikes. And that would be storm surge right there. That would be storm surge. And that is probably going to be completely underwater by the time it made landfall and everything. I don't know exactly where this is at. But yeah. Shoo. So then we've got this. Some of the waves. Looks like the surfers are out there. Let's see if there's... Yeah, that's just basic stuff right there. Crazy, man. Let me check back in on let's see over here. Let's see what they're saying.
Which looks like it's getting close to overflowing. So continuing to show you more and more of these pieces of video just to get an extent of the flooding, of how much rain has fallen, of how strong the winds are, of the storm surge itself. In the meantime here, that is all the natural effects of Helene. Let's talk about the human effects of what Helene has wrought. And I'm talking about the response going forward by local, state, and federal officials, particularly where does FEMA's role come into all of this? Let's talk to former FEMA official, our friend Mark Naveau. He's standing.
Yeah, I don't care about FEMA. All right. So we've got Eric CB912 says Panhandle has had it rough for the past 2 years. Adalia, Cat 3 last year, Debbie, Cat 1 in August, and now Helene. Also, don't forget Michael in 2018. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Grand Potato says, forget John Wick and his fucking pencil or Riddick and his teacup. I present to you high wind speeds and a sponge. Pedro says, have you checked in on Ryan yet? No, nobody cares about Ryan. So Basket City says East Tennessee got put under a flood warning. Disco Cobra says my sister as well as other relatives live pretty close down there. Also the Bridgeton, Sarasota area. No word on if they are good. Power and everything might be out. Should have access to phones though. Yeah, I mean I charged up everything beforehand just in case because I didn't know if the storm was going to come towards me. So yeah, it's definitely a good idea to charge everything up and make sure you have your mobile chargers as well. Disco Cobra, hope everything works out, brother. By the way, I have not plugged it today, or at least on this stream. So mods, get ready to drop me some links. But if you go over to 221B Tactical, we, for a limited time, have the IDOT of the 199 t-shirt and hoodie, Halloween edition, Geeks and Gamers, Halloween, Rise of the IDOTs. That is the Geeks and Gamers mascot right there, IDOT. And so if you guys are interested, please go over to 221B Tactical. That campaign is going to end October 1st. So if you are interested, please go over there and check it out. If you've ever purchased anything from 221B, you know that we have really good quality stuff that we have through them. So that is our Geeks and Gamers mascot. He's got the 199 Rise of the IDOTs. Hopefully you guys go over there and check it out. I really appreciate it. If you are interested, and if you're not, you can just simply tell me to go fuck myself, and that's totally okay too, because that's just how we roll here on the D-Day Cobra channel. So, you know, that's just how it is. Michael Valentine says, word is 9 let's see. STOA missiles just entered the U.S. Via Arizona-Mexico border to be sent to teams for the cartel target Trump Force One. I'll have to look into that and see what's going on with that. BC Man says, prayers for you, Jeremy. Stay safe, brother. Thank you. Eric K says, I saw a movie. Alligators were in the house. Lake Placid is one of my favorite movies. Do we have any Lake Placid fans in the chat? Lake Placid is a fantastic movie. It's dumb, it's hokey, it's cheesy, and I absolutely love it so much. Lake Placid is awesome. Firefox says, Trump needs to get down there next week or so and show the people who the president of the United States really is. Yes. Betty White was goated in that movie. Absolutely. Sergeant Sodomy says, have you watched Star Wars Visions? Not bad considering it's Disney, Star Wars after all. I heard it was okay. I did not watch it though. Mountain Mutt says, just sent you a relevant post on Twitter. Thank you, Mountain Mutt. Philip Johnson says, I got to go to sleep. Praying for everyone in Florida tonight. Hail all. Darth Gavel, good night, man. Darth Gavel says, ain't no love, Florida. Just the whistle of a long black train. Piano Dean says, once and for all. Jeremy is fake gay. Topher says, I bet you Beardo could decurve Florida. Damn. The dude says, if you're going to judge Jeremy on anything, judge him on his hamburger helper fetish and his gayness. Yet to confirm if the two are related in any way. There is nothing wrong with hamburger helper, and I will die on that hill. Okay, there you go. Eric K says, where the heck is Morgan Freeman to calm this down? Ryan says, say a prayer for Jay. I board a plane for Atlanta in 4 hours. Dude, be safe. I can't imagine that plane's gonna take off. Bob says, weather dominator strikes again. Damn you, Cobra. Eric K says, Jeremy is playing with fire on Twitter X, going from storm and flooding to some thought saying, you think this is hurricane? It's wet chick out my OnlyFans. Yeah, I heard that. It's a very dangerous game. Shadow Stan says, Jeremy is an SSJ 3. Old Renaissance Boomer says, if you're not wet, does that make you a dried fig? Micah D2 says, OMG, I haven't seen Jeremy Grimes' hair in years. Grand Potato Cope. Copied Kitty says, stay safe for 10. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mac Jerry for 10 says, my Aunt Dorothy just texted me her house blew away to a land of IDOT. She met drunk 3PO Scarecrow and a gay tin man named Jeremy and a cowardly Beardo. They all met the wonderful Donald of Trump. I was worried there for a minute. I'm like, oh no, what happened? Skywalker DFS says, Jeremy, can we get a swig of water for the Oakland A's fans? We lost our team today. Haven't cried this much since my brother died. Forever, Oakland Athletics. What happened today? Swig of water. Did I miss something? Did I miss something on that? I've been a little checked out on sports lately. It's been so, except for the NFL. Antbox says, LeBron James is suspiciously quiet about Diddy. Oh, I'm sure. LeBron James is an absolute coward. So, they're moving to Vegas. What? I don't follow baseball as closely as I would like. I am starting to slowly get back into baseball. I've followed baseball back in the day during the steroid era. Barry Bonds, King Griffey Jr., Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, even going back to Oral Hershiser, who was my first favorite baseball player. Los Angeles Dodgers, number 55, Ricky Henderson for the A's and other teams. But I watched baseball way back then, and I'm kind of starting to get back into baseball a little bit. Trying to follow it, but I'm really starting. It's a lot for me to kind of understand all the moving parts to it. So, Mac Jerry says, Kamala just said hurricanes are wind that blows the American dreams away, like the time she was like a prosecutor. Hurricanes as her job. Okay, hang on. All right. Kamala just said hurricanes are wind that blows the American dreams away, like the time she was prosecuting hurricanes as her job. Her mother worked 4 jobs in a hurricane to fund her dream. I didn't realize we were talking as Kamala. So yeah, I was like, what is going on here? Mozambique says, chat, Jeremy is not grifting. Tracking hurricanes is a rite of passage in the South. I didn't understand until Floyd in 99 when I lived on the East Coast. Prayers for Phantom X and Vagabundo in GA. Hell yeah, absolutely. No, on the real, I've always been a fan of the weather. I've always been a fan of the weather. Being in Florida, you kind of have to be. So following the weather, watching the Weather Channel. I'm glad that we're seeing a lot of independent weather people now on YouTube. But being in Florida, yeah, 100%, you have to follow the weather. It's just kind of it's part of it. Tinez says, these guys out in the storm better be careful. They might end up getting hit with a flying Volvo or with a shield sign to their spleen. Micah D2 says, Jeremy Grimes, prime, the weatherman. Here we go. Listen, man, if you guys like this, comment after the stream and tell me you liked it. Because if this is something I can do, I enjoy, I've always enjoyed hurricanes. And I talked about this a few times. So working retail, working in a grocery store, hurricanes in Florida, working in a grocery store, game changer moments, dude. A lot of money, a lot of overtime. Everybody, all hands on deck. You get these pallets of water, pallets of canned goods, all these emergency items. It's a game changer moment. It's a game changer moment. So you always like, and I lived in Panama City at the time. Any of my Panama City peeps, do I have Panama City, Florida peeps? All right. Do I have Panama City peeps in here? All right. I can tell you where I worked in Panama City, Florida. I worked at which is now, well, I haven't been to Panama City in years. I think it's a Hobby Lobby now, but it used to be a Food World grocery store, Food World, owned by Bruno's on 23rd Street. That was my first job. Food World on 23rd Street. Right there. 23rd Street in Panama City, Florida. That's right. Loved it, man. Great memories. Great memories. Mr. Peckerwood says, this storm will be perfect cover to go and replace all of the pre-filled election ballots that had Biden's name with new ones that have Kamala on them. Not in Florida. I'm not worried about it in Florida, but other places maybe. Brock, what's up, Brock? It has 52 million for the personality. Brock is here. Even when Brock doesn't drop his 50 bomb, I still have to take a swig of water for the working man because Brock requires it. Hail Brock. There we go. Swig of water for the working man out there. Swig of water for the storm chasers out there, okay? Micah D2 says, talk about talent. Jeremy Grimes is now a weatherman. Let's go, baby. Jeremy Prime, a mage of the 199 weatherman. Space Comma Digger says, what's our ROI? I think Kamala needs to explain it. Penguin Overlord says, Alabama, bet you got 12 toes. Show feet. Dr. Calidus is pretty sure Lake Placid was the first movie I saw titties in. Hail titties. Lance says, great. Another thing, Jeremy, a homosexual to grift on. RIP Bad Wolf says there was a hurricane that destroyed Gulf Shore beachfront years ago. It destroyed sea and suds. Anyway, stay safe, brother. War Eagle, roll tide. But Auburn's not relevant enough to worry about right now anyway, so it's all good. TJ says I lived in Pinellas County when I lived in Florida, right outside of St. Petersburg. I loved it down there. Missed the hell out of that place. Hell yeah. Mr. Peckerwood says only 57 years ago. What happened 58 years ago? The climate clowns like to dance around statistics. Clifton 3D says it's clear the government used HARP. Big B TV says Jeremy, a homosexual, has no eyebrows and is bald while he wears Crocs with socks. Mailman for 20 says, hey, Jeremy, got you playing in the background with my mom isn't a fan of your foul language. I told her I'd let you know. Hail the 199. See y'all in San Antonio. All right. To the mother of Mailman 029. I am very sorry for my language. I genuinely mean that. So I get it. I do. I mean, I know it's not for everybody. So I appreciate that you have an awesome kid that, super chatted me and just supports me. You don't even have to support me. You can do it for free. So, but thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Bronson I says, Jeremy, where we are the team I.199. Where are the team I.199 jersey shorts? Get on them. Eyebrow leaving magic trailer home riding fig. Oh my God, that's a lot. That was a lot. Okay, Lord of the Reese says it's Jeremy, y'all. Jeremy Hall, y'all. Journal Duality says I was watching Reed Trimmer and he is sitting in Perry waiting for the eye wall. Rants are to be fixed. Let's freaking go. Brock, you're getting named, but it's Bebop. It's Are you doing this thing, Bebop, where you call somebody out? Bebop just dropped a MAGA red $100 super chat, and he's calling out Brock. Bebop likes to do this. Bebop has not been here a lot lately, but back in the day, Bebop would come in here and start calling out like other big super chatters for super chat challenges. When Bebop says, "Who's this Brock guy?" Oh no. Here we go. Texas Spy Historian says, listening to another cast in, but man, hopefully everything above board in here, you degenerates. I see. I was worried. Jeremy went straight on us. Nice looking women. Silly Jeremy has great mouth movements. Oh no, you're gay. Lord of the Reese says, at first I was worried about getting hit by the hurricane, losing everything. But then Kamala called me and said, everything will be okay because I'll be unburdened by what has been. Texas Spy Historian says, okay, I can hear. Did it hit yet? It did. Texas Spy says, Jeremy, why are the Russians doing this to us? Vault 95 says, Fortnite Hurricane Stream, let's go. Vault 95 says, you know what tomorrow morning will be like in Florida? It will be G.I. Joe body massage man cleaning up. Yo, Joe. Johnny Winskin says, glad you and your stuff is safe. I'm packing for my trip tomorrow and share pictures in your Discord. Nolan Bushnell is co-founder of Atari and created Chuck E. Cheese. What's the last time you ate there? I can't remember the last time I ate there. I can't even remember. Bronsonite says, whoa, this wind is kind of wild, brother. Where I'm supposed to, where I'm supposed to be only at 40 miles an hour, I hope. Ronan says, do the 199 Crocs. I want to see Ryan's face when he has to do an ad read for them. That would be great, wouldn't it? That would be great. All right. So where are we at? We got Micah says for 5 says, I'll always be here with you, Jeremy Grimes. Thank you for it all, Jeremy. 7+ years worth money or worth every penny. I meant so much through you. I met so much through you. I could write a book. You have no idea. Micah, you've been here since like the High Council days, brother. So appreciate you. You've been around for a long, long time, man. So I thank you so much. Bebop, how the hell are you? So yeah, Bebop is here calling out Brock, calling out everybody, because that's what Bebop does. Who was it? Was it Magnum Norris you got into a super chat fight with a while back? I can't remember. So Lofty Fairy says Rings of Power season 2 is a 10 out of 10. What happened to Lofty Pixels, by the way? What happened to Lofty Pixels? Let's hear what's going on with this.
Go through before the sun comes up. It's working its way up towards Georgia here. There's a long way to go, isn't there?
There is. You're absolutely right, Andrew. As a presidential appointed federal coordinating officer, FEMA, what I'm asking for is a higher level of intelligence. I want to know, give me what's taking place in terms of rescue fire. I want to know what the infrastructure looks like: water, sewer, power, telecommunications, phone line, 911 phone lines. What's working, what isn't working, let's find out ASAP. And they have what's called an incident action plan that they're operating on. They're setting priorities based on that. They'll work that every 12 hours. So they're trying to get a high level intelligence and be able to put resources into the area that need it most.
All right, Mark Naveau, can't thank you enough. I know it's late, but we had to get you on. You have such a breadth of knowledge, Mark, and we'll talk soon. Thanks so much.
Okay, so we've got I got a video to show you guys. Let's see, eye wall right here. Here we go. Yeah, so it's just kind of right there in a little cover area. Nothing major on that one. Let's see here. Double Hawk says the Alabama Crocs that Jeremy, a homosexual, owns are probably thigh highs. Tweeted Tone says, remember NPC Nightly News? Also, shout out to the 2017 OGs. Yes. Holy crap. NPC Nightly News is a show I used to do over on Geeks and Gamers for, I don't know. How long did I do that? 6 months, a year, maybe? NPC Nightly News. Tweeted Tone. Look at you. That's amazing. That's amazing. Shout out to the OGs. 2017. Bebop for 50 says, been lurking or watching later. I've been here the entire time, though. I appreciate you, man. I really do. You've been watching Cobra Cast since the beginning. And I never knew what this show was going to turn into. I had no idea. And I just, it's crazy how Cobra Cast is just... And while I don't know if this would be, I guess this would be a Cobra Cast, because Cobra Cast, like I said, I've always said that Cobra Cast will not always be a political show. It's just that right now politics are, it's going to be an everything show. I mean, this is a Cobra Cast where we're covering freaking hurricanes. You know what I mean? Antoine Soldier, old school people are here tonight, man. What is going on? I'm broke, but much love. Keep up the good work. You've been around forever as well. A lot of old school people are here. That's crazy. Mo Zamboni interviewed the J6 shaman earlier tonight. Instead of asking real questions, I drilled into self-admitted VA career. Made him do an impression of a 90-year-old woman. All kidding aside, he's a real one. Dude, that's awesome. When are you going to upload that? Or do you have it already uploaded? That's pretty cool. Check out Mo Zamboni. That's good stuff, man. Mo Zamboni's always had my back. I saw you having my back yesterday too, man. Mods of Power says, streaming from a hurricane, huh, Jeremy? I too like to live dangerously. Fledge says, I got a new projector, really nice, but I don't have a surface big enough to use it. How much to rent out Ryan's forehead? Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one. All right, here we go. Let's listen. Let's listen in. Oh, they're doing another fucking break. Good Lord, man. These fucking losers. It's ridiculous, man. All right, I've got to try to go back and see who's live right now covering all of this. So, yeah, we're not going to do that one. Let's see.
It makes me scared. Well, I think you should get some sort of protection because that means something's flying around. And these wind speeds now are probably, at least 70 miles per hour, gusting higher.
And this is the third hurricane that has made landfall in Taylor County in the last 13 months. What goes through your mind when you hear something like that? Because it's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. And it just shows you that, when you think that it's going to Tallahassee and it turns and comes here, and this one is way bigger than the last two. But we got.
Yeah, these things turn at the last second. It's really scary. Mr. Jimmy says, you've created something great, Jeremy. It's nice having an everyman take, and you are the most everyman of every man. Hail the 199. Well, thank you, Mr. Jimmy. I appreciate that. I really do. Fear the Freak Off says, do you know how difficult it is to evacuate this much baby oil? Micah D2 says, don't believe Bebop. He works for the shredder. Eric K says, Diddy gave Crocs out at parties. Oprah's idea. John Kennedy says, lover boy Nathan Wade has gone missing. I know. I covered that a little bit earlier. Freaking hilarious, dude. You can't make up how nonsensical some of these stories are with some of these weirdos. It's so damn funny. So, all right, so we got Vivek here being interviewed. So I didn't know Vivek was in Perry, Florida, or Tallahassee. So let's hear what Vivek has to say.
To Katrina, and everything in between. So I'm used to it. The only problem we have up here, from what I can tell, is there's no hurricane windows. So, whereas in South Florida, you could pretty much make your house hurricane-proof, except for maybe the roof. You can't do that here. And there's a lot more trees up here, so damages caused by trees falling are going to be higher up here than it would ever be in South Florida.
And so coming from all this experience, as kind of neighbors wake up and they'll look at their damage and move forward, and we're not really sure what kind of extent of the damage we're looking at here in Taylor County, what advice do you have for them?
Well, if you prepared for the storm and you hope for the worst, and we did get the worst, then you should be okay. But at the same point in time, you still have to assess from your point of view, and each individual has different things that are important to them. Whether they.
I'm gonna say this. So based on what I've seen, I think that this storm, I think the damage is not going to be as bad as a lot of people expected. And I think that's because of how fast this storm was traveling. This storm was going like 25 miles an hour. That is fast. That is very fast. And because that, I mean, it's good. There's going to be damage. I'm not saying there's not going to be damage. What I'm saying is, though, because of how fast that it moved, I think that the damage won't be as bad as, maybe some other people were anticipating. But maybe we'll see. We'll see. Clemson PC for 10 says Hurricane Helene greater than Mazza. Not a tough accomplishment at all. Thank you, Clemson PC. Ouija Zone says, what part of Florida are you? Are you not worried? Well, it's barely missed me. So I am in Pensacola and it barely missed me. So it did not even just a few winds and a tad bit of rain for me, but like very minor for me. I got lucky. I got very, very lucky. Extremely lucky.
In Adalia and Stanhatchee last year while pregnant. Now she's riding out Hurricane Helene with her hurricane baby. She says this is the 7th hurricane her family has seen since moving to Florida 10 years ago.
Of course, life jackets just in case, God forbid, the water does get up to the house.
Helene's storm wind field span nearly 500 miles, roughly the distance between Indianapolis.
All right, let me go over here. We got, was it this one? Which one was it? I think it's this one right here.
His south, I believe, in relation to where Perry, Florida is at. This was one camera from Mark Sudduth. And what happened here, he deploys all these cameras in areas where people should not go. And you can see why. The storm surge covering on top of the camera. And
the crazy thing is did it hit like Jay or Chris or anybody else on the team? The crazy thing is this storm went literally right in between where I'm at and where we've got a lot of the G&G team in Orlando area. Neither one of them got nothing, whether it's me or anybody on the team. This storm basically went right in the middle, and only the outer bands affected people on the team. It's crazy. It's crazy how lucky a lot of us got. And we're going to see how bad the damage is
in terms of the amount, but still it was record breaking in a lot of instances here when it comes to the surge. Beyond that, though, now comes the threat for additional rainfall. Florida, especially from Mike's shot earlier, it was terrible conditions. Now still gusting, but the rain's starting to calm down. Conditions get a little bit better. The same can't be said for areas a little farther inland. Now it's their time to be on high alert. That forecast track here, you can see category 2 in terms of the strength of this system. There's that live radar, basically the entire corridor there of Appalachia.
So, whoops, what did I just do? I've got to show. I can show you this to kind of give you perspective on how lucky we were right here. So, I'm right here in Pensacola. That's where I'm at, and the G&G crew is where my cursor is right there. So, right there is where the G&G crew. A lot of people are right there. And so it's just like this thing went right in the middle of us. And as you can see where Pensacola is. You can see how I just basically got a lot of the outer skirts is all. That's all I did. And Melissa right there in Duval, lucky. So this could have been a much different night for me. This could have been a much different night. So very lucky indeed. So that's the latest on that. Let's go back to, I screwed this one all up. So let me go back. Oh, is it over? Oh, well, screw NBC News. Nobody cares about NBC News anyway. Or did I just, I'm a retard.
system. You mentioned Helene being a very big storm. It's in the 90th percentile in terms of just how wide that wind field truly is, and that also played a big factor.
Am I going to do a reaction to Kamala at the border? What time is that supposed to happen? What time is that supposed to happen? More than likely I am. More than likely I am. So 3 dead as Helene rips through the South. So 3 dead so far, unfortunately. Do we know what time the Kamala going to the border thing is? Because I would like to do a reaction to it.
All right, and we always thank Fox Weather there. They've been doing such incredible coverage, guiding us through all of Helene's impacts as of right now. I'm Andrew Kraft. We're a little past the bottom of the hour, 10:30 here on the West Coast, 1:30 there in Florida, in Georgia. Let's also take the opportunity to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, though, we have more and more reaction. Also, the latest update as Helene made landfall. You'll hear from
Only Jeremy can be so committed to the grift that a hurricane is just one more chance to stream. This is legendary. Do we know what time? Do we know what time Kamala's deal is tomorrow? I need to know. You fuckers are taking another break. Oh my God, man. It's like all these guys do is take breaks. That's all they do. Good Lord. It's pathetic. It really is. Respect the grift. Absolutely. All right. What is this one? I'm going to go to this one for now. Okay. They got some little elevator music playing. That's nice. Nice little elevator music. Let's see. Nate Davis says, Jeremy, can you tell me why you don't live close to your team? Well, we're not really like positioned like that. Like we have people all over the country. So there he is. The guy who always, there he is. Look, guys, he's here. He's here. He comments on every stream. What's up, man? Good to see you here, brother. But yeah, so we have people all over. So but Orlando's kind of like a central kind of location. But I was there in Orlando for a while, and but I am from Pensacola. So all right. Bruh. We have people everywhere. We have people everywhere. Trying to see if there's any other things I can share. I'm probably going to wrap this up pretty soon, but I wanted to see live cameras. They got 13,000 watching them. There's a lot of people covering this stuff, man. There's a lot of people covering this. Let's see what this guy's saying. This guy seems like he knows what he's talking about. Let's go over to this guy, okay? He's got a teleprompter and everything, man. This guy must have it all figured out. Here we go.
A lot of us are in flash flood warnings now. We're going to see more counties added to these flash flood warnings very soon as well. And here you can see those waves of rain that are moving in. We had the one through Atlanta a little while ago. That's the one in North Georgia now. We have a little bit of a break with lighter rain here now, but don't get used to it because here's another band that's going to keep moving in. So we'll see more and more of these bands.
Did I live in Florida? I moved to Florida. No, I didn't live in Florida in 1992 when Andrew hit. Didn't Andrew hit in Miami, by the way? I moved to Florida when so I moved to Florida in like 95, 96, something like that. I think that's when I moved to Florida, if I'm not mistaken. I think. But yeah, Andrew, wasn't that in Miami? Yeah, Melissa. Okay, yeah.
Inside the perimeter, down on the south side, going from Clayton County over toward areas of Henry County, almost 5 inches of rain.
He does. This guy does look like he sold cars in the 80s, used cars. Hey guys, you interested in the minivan? We've got a great deal going right now. You're like, no, thanks. We're just looking. We're just looking.
The flow is around that center of circulation down now near the Valdosta area. So here's what we're watching. And it's really amazing to see how that storm, remember, at 11 o'clock or just after 11 o'clock is when that center of circulation made the official landfall there in the Big Bend region, just to the west of Perry, Florida. And now we were tracking this as it was moving through Valdosta.
I hope everybody in Georgia's ready, man. I'm sure there's going to be some bad weather coming through that area. It's going to be rough. Let me see. Lord of the Rings nerd says, I'm sending you prayers to you, crazy Florida man. Stay safe, especially you, Jeremy, who is homosexual. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mac Jerry says, are you going to do? Oh, yeah, I need to know what time. I haven't had anybody see, but I am interested if I have. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do a reaction to that. Crimson Cyborg says, sharing my nuggies with my pit bull in memory of all the stray dogs who couldn't make it to hug your pets. Lots of strays die in hurricanes. Damn it, man. Now I'm just sad. I don't care about humans, man, but I care about dogs. So, because, you know, obviously I do care about humans. It's a joke, but now I'm sad. Now I'm sad. Damn it, Crimson Cyborg. Why did you have to bring that up? Now I'm just sad, but I agree. I agree with your point. I agree. Lord Botha says, Jeremy, want to take probably time to thank you and the fellowship for inspiring me to get into YouTube game. I'm at 175 subs since the end of May, and I just got a second monitor to start streaming. Hail the 199. That's what's up right there, man. Again, understand, okay? It took me 4 years to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. All right. It took a long time for me to get people to watch me. So it just keep grinding, man. And it'll take time. It takes time to find, you know, your groove and, you know, get camera comfortable, get comfortable to speak into the camera and everything like that. Everybody's early videos are like, they look back on them and they're really super terrible, and it takes you time to kind of find your groove. So if it's something you want to do, you got to stay the course. And I created Geeks and Gamers back in 2011, and it didn't make any money until 2018. 2018 is when it finally made a profit. I lost a lot of money between 2011 and 2018 before I started making any money. And I thought about giving up. Of course I did. I thought about just getting a regular job because I got, you know, tired of people judging me and saying, oh man, are you ever going to, like, you're just doing this gaming thing, you loser, you this. And I'm like, hey, I believe in it. I think it's going to do something. Now, a lot of the same people come and they're like, I always believed in you, Jeremy. I always knew you were going to make it. No, you fucking did not. You used to call me a fucking loser and an idiot. But of course, once you make it, they're like, I always believed in you, Jeremy. I always knew you were going to make something of yourself. You were always so determined. And I'm like, no, the fuck you did not. You never believed in me. Hell, I didn't believe in me. But anyway, so it's, you got to stay the course. You got to stay. And that would be my recommendation to anybody out there that's trying to make it is I never imagined I would make it. I'll never forget the first time I made, like even now, I still every month, like I, for better or for worse, my entire business model is from the people, super chats, donations, and all of that, and ad revenue to some extent on like that. But like every month I'm going like, there's no way people are still going to support like this, like, and hey, if people stop and they go, fuck this guy, I don't want to support him anymore. I've had a hell of a run, but every month it just keeps going, and we were able to continue to scale and build Geeks and Gamers, and I reinvest as much money as I humanly possibly can. And I'm blown away every fucking month. Every time I turn the camera on, I'm blown away by it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. You know, let's see. There's a guy on Rumble that says, all right, hang on, he's spamming the chat. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. Okay. So he associated with Gary and F&T and piggybacked off Nerdrotic. I associated with Gary. You do know that Friday Night Tights is a Geeks and Gamers show, right? Like, so, yeah. And Gary is the king nerd for sure. But when I met Gary had 250,000 subscribers less than me. And I said, that guy, you people that have been watching me, I said, when I saw Gary for the first time and I heard his videos, I'm like, Gary's going to be bigger than all of us. And the OGs remember that one. I said, Gary's going to be bigger than all of us because I watched him. Like, dude is like, he's got everything going for him in terms of like, he's got the radio style show. He's got the knowledge. He's kind of the older, wiser person. He's got an incredible life story. Yeah. So I knew Gary was going to be huge, but yeah, when I met Gary, I think I had like 200, 300,000 more subscribers than him. I can't remember. Anyway, Friday Night Tights is a show me and Gary and Odin actually created. Geeks and Gamers Nerdrotic show. And as far as rest, let's see, what else does he say? This guy's really mad. You haven't made it, Jeremy. He just said, I haven't made it. You are still a loser. Laughing my ass off business model. Dude, you are a YouTube contractor. You have no business model. Is any of that supposed to hurt my feelings? Like, I'm literally just using you to, like, I'm using your comments to entertain my audience right now. That's all I'm doing. But yeah, thank you. Why did you stop commenting now that I've acknowledged you over on Rumble? Why the fuck did you stop commenting? Come on, man. Let's keep it going. Don't back down now because I acknowledged you. Why did you stop? Did you get scared because, ooh, the man with the camera who's retarded and from Alabama acknowledged you? Now you're nervous? Come on, man. You can't back down that quickly. Jesus. Come on, man. Captain Cook says, dude was hurt. You hadn't noticed him. That was one of his first complaints. Really? Oh my God. Oh, yeah, I just saw him. And he has completely stopped commenting. This dude is frozen. This dude is, it's like he saw a vagina for the first time. He don't know what to do. Because that's what he would do if he ever saw a naked woman. He would freeze. He'd be like, oh, what do I do? A naked woman, what do I do? So, hey, man, it's okay. We're all friends here. We just talk shit. You don't have to be scared of the big bad YouTube man, okay? Where did he go? He seriously is gone. He's gone. Everybody else is commenting in Rumble, and this guy's gone. Anyway, all right. Celluloid Dream says, acknowledge me, Jeremy. I don't know where he went. He's completely disappeared. It's really sad. Micah for 20 says, see, what y'all don't know is the green is just a light rain, and y'all need to know Florida and Mr. Grimes is fine. It's all fear porn. I always believed in you. Just ask my bank and Josiah and Odin and Jay and Salty Cracker. Hey, brother, I know you did. I know you did. I know you did. All right. And I appreciate you, Micah. It's good to see you, man. You've been here forever. So the guy still hasn't commented. Holy shit. I didn't mean to scare you that bad. I got to show you guys this chat. Like, I got to show you. Like, here we go. Look at this. So this guy here, right here, he spams like 5 messages. Okay. Right here. And then when I respond, nothing. He's gone. He's completely disappeared. Where did he go? Where did he go? I didn't mean to scare you that much, man. I didn't. All right. Yo Pop says, don't spend it all in one place. Hey, you don't have to send that much, Yo Pops. Okay. Thank you, Yo Pops. Eric K says Jeremy's mods still do not believe in him. Let's see. Luigi Zone says, I first found you with the trucker boycott thing was going on, and they sentenced Donald J. Trump. Hey, man, I remember those videos. Those videos did really good, too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cellular Dream says, acknowledge me. Minty for 20 says, hail to the 199 business model. LOL. Haters are funny. So I chose a super chat color that matches my Corvette. Stop being a fig and pummeling the sick, lame, lazy, and retarded. Thank you, Minty. And yeah, this dude is gone. He's completely just disappeared. I did not mean to hurt your feelings that bad. Holy crap. Thank you, Aminti. I appreciate it. Lord of the Rings Nerd says, Jeremy, you're genuine, authentic, and honest, and that's why we won't abandon you and your team, even though you're a retarded homosexual. Thank you. Richie Torres says, hey, Jeremy, wondering if you know of Kind of Funny Games, aka Commie Funny Games, and I noticed there is a void on YouTube where we can get a daily gaming news show without Marxism. Stay safe, brother. Yes, I am very aware of Kind of Funny Games. I'm aware of how gay and pathetic they are and how beta they are and how pathetic they are. Yeah, that's Greg Miller and those losers that run Kind of Funny. And Colin Moriarty used to be a part of that. And then Colin Moriarty did, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I'm able to, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to roll the dice. Okay, give me a minute. All right, I'm going to show you guys what Colin Moriarty did, okay? Because this is tough, man. So Colin and Greg Miller used to be on IGN together, okay? And so they left to create Kind of Funny along with a couple other people from IGN. They were business partners. Back in 2017, Colin did something extremely controversial that really, really, really ruffled Greg Miller and a few other people at Kind of Funny Games. Now, I'm going to roll the dice and show you the dangerous thing that Colin Moriarty did, okay? YouTube, now, again, just because this was such a controversial tweet, I'm rolling the dice by showing you this. But because Colin tweeted this out, Kind of Funny essentially they decided he could no longer be affiliated with the company. Would you like to see the tweet that Colin made? Here's the tweet. Peace and quiet. Hashtag a day without a woman. So there was this social media trend. A day without a woman. These women were starting some dumb shit about how they were going to take a day off from work. So Colin Moriarty says, peace and quiet. Hashtag a day without a woman. They lost their minds. Oh my God, the company was apologizing. The company was talking about how they can't support this and we're so sorry to the women of America. We can't believe he did something like this. Oh my God, man. The massive freak out to the point where this dude had to end up leaving the company that he helped start. Now, Colin has done fine. Colin has his own channel and things like that. I like Colin Moriarty. He's cool. But this is why he had to leave, because of this fucking tweet right here. I'm not bullshitting. It's unbelievable. As a matter of fact, and I know I'm not a fan of Dave Rubin, and most people here are not a fan of Dave Rubin, but Dave Rubin actually did a really interesting interview with Colin Moriarty right after he left the company. You could look that up probably on Dave Rubin's channel, and I would highly recommend checking it out. But yeah, all of his friends just turned on him in this moment. Like, all of his friends just stabbed him in the back over this tweet right here. Absolutely insane. But that's the leftist nonsense that you're going to get from people like Kind of Funny Games. Insane. But thank you, Richie Torres. So yeah, man, we're on the same page on that one, brother. Crimson Cyborg says, got to do what I got to do to get on screen. Hey, I respect it. I respect it. Fledge says, the Senate drop on Trump's ass attempt is crazy. It's hard not to conclude that it's some level, it's an inside job. I'm going to have to look into that. So if he says, notice me, senpai. Chat, what are your zodiac signs? 199. You already know my stance on this whole damn thing. I don't do like I'm a man, okay? The only people that worry about their signs are women and gay dudes, okay? I don't know what my sign is. I don't care what my sign is. It's literally the least important thing in the world to me. I don't know. I've never known and I've never cared, all right? I don't know. It's for women and gay dudes, okay? Thank you, Sophie. Micah D2 says, Jeremy, can we talk offline sometime? Well, we're going to be doing some stuff with locals in the future for like members and stuff like that. So I might be doing like exclusive streams over there. So that might be one of the angles right there. So more to come on all of that. Bronson I says, I meant to say, let's get I.199 numbered team jerseys or shirts. We are already talking about that. So, let's see here. Let me see. Did he return? Oh, hey, there he is. Oh, he's back. No, he's doing the LOL. Oh, you're backpedaling. Let's see. A 22-year-old intern could kill your channel. I'm sorry, your business. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's not happened, though, has it? So, but even still, if my channel goes away, we've already been proven that wherever we go, we get support. Now, obviously, I like being on YouTube. YouTube is the biggest and best platform to be on. But when we have had some issues in the past, I couldn't believe the support that we received on other platforms, including our own. So, yeah, you can have that idea if you think that it's all built around YouTube, but it's not. And you would be an idiot to build everything on YouTube. So speaking of that, go over to 221B Tactical and get yourself a Geeks and Gamers IDOT shirt to support us in our business model of merchandise that's been doing very well. With working with 221B, we get a very good cut with the profits over there. And the last campaign was very successful, and appreciate that you guys working with us as well. We do have a Teespring store, but we do want to, do what we can to have Teespring, and we're still going to work on that. But working with other companies gives us a little more control, and we don't have to worry about cancellation attempts and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? So, Sophie says, "You liar! Did you finally get the Pisces shirt?" Yes, I did. But I'm not wearing that shit. Oh man. Freaking hilarious. The video you made is still like the best video ever. By the way, Jessica, I've got a pinned post from her as the IDOT campaign. So if you guys want to go over there and check that out, you can. And we appreciate the support over there. Boom. All right, where are we at? G&G utility belt, still something we're discussing as well. Why are sleeves so short? Well, that's I don't know. You mean on the picture or what? Because that's just kind of an example. Jeremy is Jeremy is one step away from covering car chases. Dude, do you know how bad I want to cover car chases on YouTube? Car chases are the best thing ever. You kidding me? I love it. I love car chases. All right, where are we at here? I got Sophie's. Okay. We're going to call it there. We're at 3.5 hours. So the storm is inland now. It is going through Georgia, through Valdosta, and it's probably going to make its way up through Atlanta. I hope everybody is safe. This has been a great stream. I appreciate all the support. You guys are the best. I don't know why we get the support we get, but it's greatly appreciated. Tweetatone is mad at me because I'm not doing a gaming stream. Tweetatone's always mad at me, to be fair. So it's not that really, that's not that surprising. But thank you guys for all the love, all the super chats, all of the support. You guys are the best chat on the internet, and it's not even close. Geeks and Gamers Daily tomorrow, Friday Night Tights. We've got the Kamala at the border. So I don't know where I'm going to be or what I'm going to be doing, but I want to cover the Kamala Harris at the border. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, you guys have a great night. Stay safe if you're in the line of the storm, even if you're in the Carolinas, if you're in North Georgia, if you're in the North Alabama side and beyond Tennessee. Be safe. Take precaution. How much to wear it on stream? Oh, God. You can't make me do that. You can't make me do that, Sophie. Stop it, Sophie. Stop it. What do you think I am? You think I'm some grifter who's just trying to get super chats? I have standards, okay? I have standards. Let's see. Micah says, I'll see you in person. I have a lot to say. Okay. What do you mean by that? I hope that means like a meetup, maybe. Ajax Skyline says, I found you back in 2018, in 2021, and Geeks and Gamers talked about how things will eventually balance out. Do you think, hang on, I'm trying to read the super chat. It keeps moving. Let's see here. Okay, I found you back in 2018 and 2021. You and Geeks and Gamers talked about how things will eventually balance out. Do you think common sense is finally returning? The doom of Ubisoft, Sweet Baby Inc., Star Wars canceled projects, MCU, and woke games. Are we back? No, we're not back. We're not back at all. Does the pendulum maybe has it started to swing in the other direction? It might have started that swing, but we are nowhere near being back. Independent media and independent creation is the future of everything. The mainstream, whether it's the mainstream media, whether it's mainstream news, whether it's mainstream studios, that's not the way of the future. Those things are going to continue to die off, and the rise of independent creators and independent artists is the future. That's the future, and it's going to take time to establish that. It's definitely going to take time to establish that, but the building blocks are in place. But yeah, we're nowhere near saying we're back. I think we're like 5-10 years away from like any significant changes. It's going to take time to see a lot of that, but it's good to see a lot of the failures from the woke side. Micah says yes, meetup, and it's all good, you fig. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you. Love you. Let me know what you thought about this stream, and if you want to see different streams in the future outside of the political stuff, don't worry. Still going to do the political stuff. We did one today. So we're here. We're going to cover whatever you guys want me to cover. Appreciate all of you. Have a great evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.